We have breaking news, dude.
What you got?
Phil Gillis's email account has been hacked.
Oh, no.
The servers, dude. He's using a private server.
Is he really? He better
he's
get on there.
Hillary Clinton, dude. Well, this is the best part. The CEO of Anheuser-Busch texted me because Phil emailed that guy. After they took us to the Super Bowl, Phil emailed the CEO of Anheuser-Busch of just like, thank you so much.
Yeah.
I mean, he sent him an insane email.
Yeah.
Then the guy, Brandon, the CEO, is a very, very nice guy, and he emailed Phil back and was just like, of course, thank you. Phil then screenshotted that email and created a fucking Elks Lodge forward email, like a barroom email of just like, the headline was like, this is class. This is why I'll always be an Anheuser-Busch man. But
someone hacked it.
But now somebody hacked it. So today I just got a text from Brandon, the CEO there, that he was like, this is hilarious because it was an email that was like, Phil Gillis, it was like, click this link, haha. He sent that to, and the guy was like, what the fuck's this? I was like, my dad's email got hacked. So then just while we were doing the last podcast, I got another text from him. That was a screenshot that was from my dad's boss. He had to email everyone. It was like, Phil's fucking email got hacked. Sorry, don't click that link.
What's the link? Is it like probably like
I don't know. I didn't click it. Phil Gillis, here it is. Yeah, it's probably, this document has been shared with you.
Oh my God.
From
dude,
P. Gillis, dude. Phil got hacked. He must be spazzing, dude.
Son of a bitch.
When geezers get hacked, they spaz.
They
dude.
freak.
Somebody
dude.
like, you know, when people send you like from like an Instagram DM, like my mom had that once.
Yeah, they
Instagram
do. They freak. Dude, my dad tried to find
it's like,
a guy.
Somebody stole my identity. They're hacking.
My dad was trying to buy this like trailer down in like it was like something just like to haul like mini excavators on, and he was like, I looked up the address, and it's just not even a place. We're reading it, we're like, dude, it's a fucking scam. The guy wants to deposit. He was like, I mean, well, I'm trying to find. It's like, dude, stop. It's a scam.
Just let it go.
Oh, I'm trying to find it, but look, it doesn't even go to a place. And I'm like, it's a fucking scam. He had Google Earth zoomed in on some like parking lot in Arkansas. And I'm like, dude,
there's not even a thing there.
I'm like, let it go.
This guy's
dude.
bullshit.
It's like you almost got scammed. He's like, well, hold on, it might not be. Yeah, he prowls Craigslist hard for fucking
really
pause, obviously.
I know for
like just shit. Dude, he buys.
That's got to be enjoyable.
He loves it.
Buying shit off Craigslist.
Dude, he got his boy has the fucking connect on this furniture. That's just this shit. They just like, it's like spray painted like plastic stuff. My dad's like, this shit costs like $3,500. He's like, got it for $1,200. It's just like a bright Miami blue fucking bench, and you're like, dude, why do you have this? And he'll if you don't buy it, he's like, what are you doing? He's
I'm
like,
gonna lose money if I don't buy this fucking
dude,
bench.
he can't stop. Money, but definitely burns a hole in his pocket, and he buys just the craziest, weirdest shit. Where he's like, dude, this stuff, this outdoor furniture, you should get some of this. I'm like, I don't want it.
You need to get this outdoor furniture.
You look at you like, you're fucking out of your mind. He does have a decked out golf cart. That's his pride and joy.
That's fucking sick, though.
Solar panel golf cart with the you can Bluetooth your phone to the speakers.
Who has this? Your father?
Dad, yeah.
Yeah, golf carts are the coolest shit.
Yeah.
Golf carts might be number one.
They rule. Golf cart. We're seriously considering copping a golf cart.
You should.
For my little neighbor to go to the pool and stuff.
You should.
Dude, it's the tall.
You're gonna set the. Does anybody else in your neighborhood have one?
Nah.
You're gonna set the tone. People are gonna be like, "Oh, we're allowed to do this."
Yeah.
And you guys have those paths in your neighborhood.
Mm-hmm. They'd be salty if I blazed the path on the golf cart. I could just drive it on the street.
Everybody's gonna get a golf cart if you get one.
I think they will, especially if I had the solar panels on it. Solar panel golf cart with the.
If I saw them in this neighborhood, the second you realize, you know what I mean, the governor's off on us being able to buy golf carts.
You can get them. Yeah, golf carts.
I might get a Lemaire golf cart. You can fucking DUI one of those around.
True.
God, dude, stop DUIing all the time.
Or DWIs too.
Yeah.
The weed. I think they call it. It's a separate charge for like a weed DUI, DWI, driving while influenced.
You've been influenced a lot lately, Lemaire. It's starting to become a concern.
No. Were you fucked up last night?
Here?
Yeah, we got fucked up.
That's my case.
Yeah. No, that was a good one. It was a birthday bash, dude. We had to drink.
True, you had to celebrate. Yeah,
we needed an excuse to drink.
That was ritual. The
whole crew needed an excuse to stay up till 4 a.m. arguing about Drake or Kendrick.
That was just ritual. You guys.
The night ended with a couple of us standing in the hallway over there admiring the Absolution at Gettysburg painting I have.
Oh, that's kind of
I was
nice.
trying to explain to them how sick the Irish Brigade was. I was trying to explain to Lemaire, my ancestors came over here just to fucking help you guys out.
True.
Just died, just showed up.
We were
said-
dying. We're starving to death. Like, we need work. We went, wait, what's happening?
And we said,
Not
I know our people are going through a genocide currently.
Yeah.
We're going to sail across the ocean to help these guys out.
Exactly what happened. We said,
And what do we get in return? Fucking
back talk.
They don't like us. Back talk. How do you feel about what I just said?
No, dude, you did point out all the McCuskers and Gillises.
Yeah, the whole the Irish Brigade is literally a painting of McCuskers and Gillises just ready to fucking get shot in the head.
Just for their meals.
Yeah, for real. There's like 6 different Billies in there.
That's so funny.
Every dude in the Irish Brigade looks like Billy, just a big head, fucking big Irish head, Billy.
Who has the biggest head? What nationality has the biggest heads? Can you guys maybe get
Midgets.
Midgies for sure. But that's a proportion thing.
Irish have big fucking heads.
Irish have huge heads.
I got a DM from a guy.
A Greek guy can rock you with a big square, though. A big
big Greek square, Turkish Greek square.
What were you saying?
Fucking dude DM me was like, you definitely. This is like the 3rd time I've heard this from an Irish person.
Mm.
Just like, you have a giant fat Irish head. You're 100% Irish, dude. I'm like, all right, thanks, bro. That actually fires me up.
It's fucking sick. You can imagine having a small, like, squeamish little head. What do you say?
Looking up skull sizes get you on nasty websites on the internet.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm
With
like
old school terms that they used
Honestly,
to use
dude,
to define races.
I'm
of
starting to
people.
believe in
It's
phrenology.
phrenology, right?
I'm
Polacks,
starting to
Polacks
believe
got big dumbs. They
Big
call
old
them fucking
dumbs.
Polak blockheads, dude.
Caucasoids.
What's it called?
They're
Caucasoids.
Caucasoids, and they have other words for the other races that I'm not comfortable with.
True. Dude,
I know that one.
I'm meeting so many people now.
Mongoloids,
Doing
yeah,
like
too.
when I do like meet and greets after show, or like say hi and shake hands. I'm starting to like believe in phrenology.
You got to get out the calipers.
You know,
Start
you
measuring.
start to like just observe so many skulls, and I get why people start being like something to this. Start measuring people's eyes and be like, all right, here you go.
There's a TikTok I've been seeing lately where it's like seems racist, but it's not. It's like some European guy, and he just explains why black people have larger noses than like.
Oh, it's to
Caucasian.
cool the air.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it seems it's like he's walking a very thin line, but he has a silly accent. So
He's on the very
little
bleeding edge of
disarming.
like a world of other research that could get him in a lot of trouble. But no, it's to cool the air. That's the reason.
I just had to make a very pragmatic choice.
What was it?
I Googled which race has the biggest head. And then the first thing that came up said, which race has the biggest brain mass? Google would like to see your location. Allow?
Nope.
No, I don't want to see who has the biggest brain. Although I'd like to click that, see what it says.
Why won't give us this head research we want? I
don't
want
know.
skull shape. I want skull size.
They have it out there.
My
Damn,
phone says
this chart's fucking wild, dude.
It said Finns and Asian Americans have the bigger heads.
It says average head
Fins.
size for blacks, whites, and Orientals. Jesus Christ.
I mean, you can't sugarcoat the head research.
It is what it is.
Have they ever clarified why they only ask about Hispanics on stuff like are you
Non-white
Hispanic? Yeah, it's just that's it. I'm like, why? How is that enough information? Are you a non-white Hispanic? He's like, bro, I don't even know what that is. The hell are you talking about?
Just native, more.
I don't know what the
The
maybe.
more honky you are as a Spanish, you're a conquistador.
Yeah, true. Oh yeah, if you're non-white Spanish.
You're a honky, dude. The Spanish get off real easy.
Yeah, they do.
White Mexicans
And the Dutch.
White Mexicans, you're the devil, dude.
Yeah, true.
Just so
my
you know,
God.
your people are
Ruthless.
tough hombres, dude.
Yeah, they were
You
tough
killed
hombres.
you destroyed an entire race and then became them.
Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't think about that.
Yeah,
Dang.
no good.
Like red. They all have red hair. Like
Yeah,
red hair.
you look like a Spaniard, dude.
Yeah, true.
You got that fucking pelirrojo.
Yeah, that is.
Ew. Good
Damn,
Lord,
dude, that's
hide the fucking pig leg.
Well,
Put your
Well, the-
dick away, you fucking
the
weirdo.
OG Mexicanos are like short boys too.
Yeah,
So you see the OGs sometimes, and it's like, yeah, dude, there's not a lot of those guys left.
no. But they're kicking around. Actually, there's a fuck ton of them.
Not that. No, I'm
Little-
talking about the OG.
Ultimate lads, though.
There's ultimate lads who are like on the construction site. Then you'll see there's like
Yeah, there's a different.
If you open
yes.
up that Russian doll,
Yes.
there's another
There's another
one.
one deep
It's
inside.
like, whoa.
Yeah. It's a full Aztec.
There's also dudes that are so. There's first of all, Austin. That was like a shock for me, where it's like you basically it'd be like Philadelphia if you just like if you like reduce black people by like 60% and just replace lads. So it's Ladville here for
It
sure.
is Ladville, and boy, do they drive like maniacs. The lads are just getting.
fired
Apparently, they're
up.
just getting behind the wheel.
Yeah, they're fired up.
They're just getting whips.
Yeah, they are.
Biden's getting them whips.
They
He's saying, "Give him a car. We need Lemaire to learn computers. We need Lemaire to learn computers."
Well, I'm starting to study the lads. There's some lads who are so ladded out.
Dog websites. It's good for the economy. It helps the economy. Come on. We need Lemaire to making dog websites.
The grumpy dog.
Who doesn't like Grumpy Dog? We need Grumpy Dog. I wish I could do a good Biden. I need
Biden's
to
pretty
figure out a
good.
Biden. I get the tone down of how he talks.
And the
impression's not
facial
good.
expression is the biggest one.
Facial expressions.
Yeah, just like
Ah.
You'll get it. I know you'll get the Biden down pat.
I gotta start watching more Biden.
Yeah.
Every time I watch Biden, though, I mean,
True, you watched a lot of Trump.
I love watching Trump. dude.
Yeah, you watched
He's
a lot of
still
Trump.
putting out fucking bangers.
What's he up to? Is he fucking
He's
RFK just secured the ballot in fucking California?
Did he?
so- Yeah, man.
good for him.
He got so he said he's still in this race. I'm kind of pumped. on it.
RFK's the bro.
He better fucking. I hope he wins so good. I hope he wins so much. I mean, I carry my phone in my back pocket because of him now. He told me to
To protect your penis.
protect my fucking penis, dude.
I gotta start doing that because I just put my phone is on my dick almost at all times.
Really?
I just put it right there.
No, I was always
Yeah.
very mindful about
And when I
that.
lay down, I put it on my fucking heart.
Put it in your heart and it goes.
And then, I got a good book I've been
What you
listening to. It's
I got one for you too.
I'm just scaring myself at night.
What is it?
It's just a book about nuclear holocaust.
Oh,
It's called Nuclear War. I haven't gotten through it, so it might blow. It's called Nuclear War, a scenario. It's just a scenario about what would happen. And how
what?
shitty it would be.
That sounds awesome.
Kind of, but then you start getting scared of like this could happen. Like the end of the world could happen in the next 20 minutes at all times.
Yeah.
Especially how stupid, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And then you start watching everything. Everybody's talking about nuclear, you know what I mean?
Someone's gonna do it. If everyone keeps talking about
Yeah,
it,
we need to
someone's
fucking
gonna
chill
launch
on
a
even.
mini
It's
nuke.
so bad. It's the N-word.
True.
Trump was right. He
Trump
said we
is
shouldn't
right.
even be talking about it. It's the new N-word.
That's such an insane.
That speech is great.
It's so funny for him to rip that in.
On a speech, just like, and they're saying the N-word. And the whole
Nuclear.
crowd's like, yeah. No.
No.
Nuclear.
So funny. So what's the blast radius? That's what I'm always curious about.
It depends. Some of them are fucking huge, but sometimes it's like within a mile you get fucking vaporized, and then outside of that you're just
Mutant.
it blows, dude.
Mutant kin.
Not even that, just fire
Oh.
for mile, like fire. Like if you look into anything that happened in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, it sucks cock, dude. Like
So
this
annoying.
one girl's, it's the first chapter of the book. It's her talking about like she survived the initial blast, and then she walked out into the street. She got pulled out of the rubble and was like standing in the street. Everything's on fire. There's no oxygen.
I'm sorry, you said she survived the initial blast. I was trying to laugh.
That's funny.
Go ahead. That's terrible.
Obviously, initial blast is great. There's so many ways that it's funny. Come first when you sit down on the toilet. You know the initial blast, that first blast. And then you go, I've got a big dump coming. Nope, it was just the initial blast. Now I'm just sitting here. All right. But then she saw a bunch of like shadowy figures walking down the street, and she was like, she thought they were ghosts because she was a kid. And then she realized it was just charred, burned people like carrying their own guts. Like their arms fell,
Oh my
like fucking everyone was
God.
just burnt to a crisp walking. It was bad, dude.
That's
I
terrible.
don't know if you needed to hear this, but it was negative getting bombed. Getting nuked
I'm always
sucked.
curious, like maybe if it hit like Florida, like is it gonna fuck with us? Like it would
No.
suck. Obviously, RIP Florida, that'd be terrible. It's one of my favorite
No,
states.
it wouldn't blow up like that. It wouldn't be like,
But would we get like sick?
there could be like nuclear fallout, like the radiation
That's what I'm
for
saying,
sure.
like
But I
that-
think one nuke down there wouldn't fuck with us.
Nah.
So hopefully they just hit Florida.
Hopefully, RIP.
Actually, we're
Florida.
Texas now. We're fine.
Oh yeah.
I was thinking, wait, were you thinking northeast or from
No,
here?
no, I'm saying from here.
We'll
Like,
be all right.
Texas. I mean, I don't think they'd hit Florida. They'd probably hit like the nation's capital.
They'd hit the nation's capital.
Yeah, that'd be shitty.
I think that's a good call, dude. It's exactly what she says.
Really?
I mean, obviously, yes, they're going to hit the nation's capital,
Yeah,
but
they're
yeah, they're going to hit the Pentagon.
they're not gonna hit like North Dakota. She was right in the fucking butt.
They better not hit Mechanicsburg, dude.
That'd be fucked up. Oh, they could hit that power plant right there.
3 Mile Island?
Yeah, but if you send a nuke into a nuclear facility,
That probably goes nuts.
I mean, I'm no general, but I think that'd be a pretty nasty missile.
You would think.
I'm no military
If
mastermind.
this
but I
was
think
Command and Conquer, I'd blow up the power plant.
Oh, I think
If this is Red Alert, I'll go, that has to do something. I hope the guys who made the game know how cool that would be.
True, I'm no nuclear physicist, but I think if you strike a nuke at a nuclear power plant, you get a bigger explosion. Or maybe they cancel out.
Dude, if they blew up Harrisburg,
That'd be so fucked up.
not our sweet Harrisburg.
It's the state's capital.
They would do us a favor if they got rid of Harrisburg. That fucking dump. That is a fucking. No.
Harrisburg is pretty shitty.
Harrisburg is shitty.
I've had to drive up there to get my realtor's license the one time, and it was like, this place fucking blows.
It's a shitty fucking town.
Yeah, it's a good town. It is a good town to just black out in, though. Just
Drinking there fucking rules.
just get fucking hammered.
2nd Street, Harrisburg. Let's go.
I know someone who moved up there for work and they were like, bro, I just got fucking hammered all the time. Like it was bad.
There's nothing else to do.
Just a fear and load in Harrisburg.
I think Kerouac got stuck in Harrisburg.
Did he really?
I think in The Road he talks about being stuck in Harrisburg and being like, this town sucks.
Those guys ruled back then. They were like, we're driving wherever we want, and doing speed.
Beatniks.
Yeah, they're just
or
doing
whatever.
speed and
Yeah.
driving, being like, yeah, who cares?
I get it.
I love the road. That's one thing I don't have a lust for.
The road?
Take me to the highway. It's like, dude, get me off the highway into a fucking
If you're in the
dwelling.
highway in a city, it sucks. But just on the rest of the country, the highway's sick.
Yeah, I
I
guess.
like it.
Yeah, seeing the sights, but it's like, dude, maybe two. Like I drove from, where was it? I drove from Irvine to Rancho Cucamonga, California.
Yeah.
Beautiful drive. It was an hour and a half. 12 hours on the highway. I'm like, man, get me the fuck
12
off.
hours on the highway sucks.
That's the road.
Yeah.
That's what Kerouac wanted. But he was jacked on speed, which is like fair enough.
That's how I would do it.
Yeah.
I would leave I'd leave Philly at midnight and take some Adderall and go drive to fucking South Carolina and do
That's a different
shows.
thing. I think
Adderall's
you need
nice.
stims. I think if you want to appreciate the road, you got to be stimmed up.
Yeah.
Because I have about 2
That's
hours.
when the music feels good.
Yeah.
You're just having a good time.
True. I got 2 hours in me before my old sciatica acts up, and I say, get me off this godforsaken road. Mama. Take me back to Mama.
Mama.
Take me
We
back.
need Mamala.
True, we need Mamala Harris.
We
bro.
need Mamala Harris.
I mean, is there any other... I can't think of a bigger political non-starter than trying to launch her into some sort of like cool thing. It's just not going to work.
It's already over.
She's not even... Like, Hillary Clinton was like you could just feel like evil radiating off
Yeah.
her. Kamala's is none of that. It's just kind of like, nah,
Nothing.
I don't really like this lady. And you'd think she could do it because she's nerd hot. She's kind of hot, but it's nerd hot. So it's kind of like,
I support that.
you know, if she leaned into it, I'd be like, this is great. But then she tries to be cool, which is an absolute bucket of cold water on nerd hot. It's just like, dude, stop. You're ruining my bone.
I see the nerd hot big time.
She is, isn't she?
I'm looking at her as a geese. I bet when she was younger, she was.
Dude.
Yeah, she takes some pretty pictures.
Younger
Ooh.
Mamala. That must have been actually kind of nice. I didn't even think about that.
Now that they've taken my Pornhub, I've resorted to
Mamala.
Googling Kamala Harris, clicking images, and jacking off. I've been jacking off to a lady vice president.
That's not bad. That's what they're for, aren't they? For the masses to adore and
That's
feed
what
off
Pence,
them?
yeah.
They're like a Greek fertility god.
That's what Pence was. Just thinking of Pence stripping that boy.
Dude, imagine writing a romance novel with Pence on the cover. It's just about Pence saving you.
You love Pence.
I do love Pence.
Pence, we were talking about it today. Rogies was talking about it, just like they might kill Pence, dude.
Why?
The fucking Trump dudes hate Pence, dude.
Whoa, yeah.
He was Brutus. He backstabbed
He
Trump,
did.
dog.
But he claims he did it because he loves the Constitution so much.
Yeah, but then he continued when he tried to run. He tried to run for president this year.
I know. That was...
I watched the announcement live. He announced it on fucking Fox News. Who's the Hannity? I watched him announce it on Hannity. There's a crowd of fucking maybe 12 people in the crowd in studio, and they took Sean Hannity was like, coming up, we've got Mike Pence. He's going to announce something after the break.
Oh.
And they cut to like fucking Burger King, like Whopper, 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 Whopper. And Mike Pence comes out and is like, I'm running for president. And everyone's like,
cool. He might be the least
how
electrifying
many votes
man.
do you think Mike Pence would get right now?
I don't think
He might
it's
get
20,000.
20,000
Yeah, I think so.
in the entire country.
There's some. It's probably his home state.
If you and me would get more votes than him. I'm not joking. Obviously, we would get way more votes.
True.
We could run Lamisi. We should run Lamisi.
Against Pence,
No, just let's start local. Let's get you in
True.
Austin's political scene.
that'd be nice. Actually,
You'd be nice.
be very good.
Let's do something with the homeless. I was thinking about like a mutant football league type thing.
That would be kind
Just
of cool.
let's get the homeless doing stuff.
I like that.
Jousting. With
Jousting,
badge, LARPing.
American
get the boys.
Ninja Warrior. Yeah, American Ninja Warrior.
Yes.
Nice, dude.
Are you guys my
We'll
what
be
are
your
it?
campaign supervisors.
Super
Yeah.
PAC? Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys are super PAC.
We
You got
will
to shake
be your
hands
super
with him and
PAC.
kiss him, though.
The homeless?
Yes.
You get 1 month's Patreon. That's your campaign.
Half a month. You got to kiss him.
Yeah, we got to lower that.
No, I'm kidding.
No,
you gotta
I'm
kiss
not.
the homeless.
You get we'll give you $500. But you have to run. We could set up some speeches and shit.
I'll run. For
That would be
Austin mayor.
so nice,
Yeah,
actually.
you could do pretty well.
I could win. I could be the mayor of Austin, dude.
Lemaire,
Lemaire.
holy shit. Mayor Lemaire.
Yeah, that'd be kind of nice. You got to get the issues you're passionate about, though.
What are issues? What are you going to work on first? We can't clean up the homeless. How are you going to
Skew.
take care of the homeless?
We're gonna use the homeless to trap the Ripper.
We're going to kill them and put them in the river.
I like that.
Yeah.
But what if he is one of the homeless? What if he's a wolf in sheep's clothing? Now?
True. We should have him as ferrymen that can take people across the Colorado
Yeah.
River. They have to stand as humble ferrymen, ready to cart people across.
Crossing the river Styx.
And then when they bite you on the way over, you say, "Why did you bite me?" They say, "I'm a homeless guy. It's what I do."
That's it though. Give us a real plan, dude. If you actually want to win, talk.
Dude, if I was going to be mayor and if I had to-
Lemaire, when?
when I
Come on, man.
I am mayor, I will clean up these streets. I'll give these homeless people purpose. They just need a purpose, dude.
What are you going to give them though?
Well, we'll give them low level social jobs. So the bridge
That's
thing
half.
is
That's
a great
half of
idea.
your fucking people you're working with. You can't do that.
This guy looks pretty fucking charismatic, dude.
The
Oh,
mayor.
who is he?
Mayor of Austin. He looks like a beast, dude.
Who's that
Kirk
guy?
Preston Watson. He looks funny as shit.
Yo,
He looks funny, dude.
Oh God
He's
damn
gonna
it, dude!
rock you in the fucking.
Give that
debate,
guy two
dude.
martinis. He's gonna fucking crush you.
Yeah, he does look like a fucking drunk. Nice town, you drunk piece of shit.
He does look like a bit of a boozer.
He's a cool damn dude.
Yeah. Oh, is he a cool ass dam?
He's a cool ass damn.
Newsom's the king of cool ass dams, dude.
He's just sick ass damn. I like watching tough fucking liberal comedy.
Oh yeah.
There's some tough liberal comedies.
Oh yeah.
I fucking hate tough liberal comedy.
Get the vax. Get the fuck over it.
Hey, get the vax. Shut the fuck up. I'm wearing a leather jacket. I'm 60. Shut the fuck up, dude. You can crush this guy. You want to call him? His number's on here.
They never answer, dude.
They better answer.
Call him right now and say, dude, you're on a recorded line.
I'll call the mayor. I
Call the mayor.
pay taxes.
Exactly. Say you're on a recorded line. You have to tell them that. Otherwise, they can probably SWAT your house.
Really?
No, not really. They're not going to answer it. The mayor. Could they be the different ones?
This is Austin Mayor Kirk Watson. Thanks for contacting my office.
Dude,
If you'd like to schedule a meeting with me,
Yeah,
I
this guy
do.
rules.
he does rule.
He's gonna whoop your ass.
Can you schedule a meeting so we can have a sit down drink?
True.
We
Have a
have a
sit
nice
down.
whiskey.
No, just bring your own like crystal tumbler of whiskey
Yeah.
and sit down and be like, there's a new sheriff in town, sir.
Oh, maybe you could just run for sheriff.
He'd call you a carpetbagger and a scallywag, though.
As long as there's no mudslinging now.
Yeah, you gotta bring your big iron.
Yeah.
Challenge him to a duel. Say at noon, motherfucker.
Yeah, true. He said, this is a Detroit pimp. It's cold ass Detroit pimp.
You are cold as ice. Yeah, cold as ice. Charlie Murphy.
Matt, on your website, you got the books, you got the Slim, you got the
Iceberg Slim?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Some game up there, dude.
it's a great fucking book. There's some game up there.
You love
trying
that.
to
Yeah.
give these motherfuckers some game, bro. They're not taking it. That book was honestly one of the best books I've ever read. Pimp Chronicles, I believe it's called. Or is that
No, that's
Pimp Chronicles?
Cat
Cat Williams. My bad. Iceberg Slim. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm on the Rick Rubin book right now.
You like Rick Rubin?
But yeah, I was
cool?
always. I didn't know anything about the guy. I thought he was just like a musician, producer guy. He doesn't play a single instrument. And then I
Yeah.
heard that and I went, fuck that guy.
He's kind of awesome.
Dude, I just heard he didn't play instruments. I'm like, so what does he do then? I just my brain just was like, fucking Rick Rubin. Yeah, right. Just based on nothing. I'm reading his book right now. My brother Tom recommended it to me. Dude's a man. He's a vibe master. He just shows up and he just makes people chill out, and then he like gets the best stuff he can. But his book is I listen to his book every night when I do the dishes. I'm like, yeah, dude, all I care about is the creative act. It's all about just being total creativity. Anyone can do it. Open yourself to the universe and just fucking trying to make the coolest stuff possible. I'm like, damn, he fucking rules.
You hear that?
Yeah, dude. You got to quiet your mind, Sean. You got to quiet your mind. Dude, it's not about
Pretty
the product.
quiet already.
Do you
about the
think
mind
in
state.
mumble too?
Yeah, yeah. Pretty,
Your
yeah.
thoughts are like, whoa, man.
Well, yeah, my mind's pretty quiet.
I'm fucking hungry.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I think about. I'm
gonna make
hungry. I'm
eggs.
tired. I'm gonna make eggs.
I'd like to continue talking about Lemaire's mayoral race, but that's fine. I do want to know what you would do.
Yeah, true.
Don't be silly. Be honest.
Open yourself up to the universe, dude.
Well, it's pretty nice out here. It'd be pretty easy to be mayor of Austin.
Okay. I see what you're doing.
What are you
Be like,
talking
yo, this
about?
place is perfect.
This place is heaven.
You guys
dude.
don't have any problems.
Infrastructure is not built for this many people moving here.
No, and that's one thing I would take care of, dude. There's a lot of traffic lately. They're expanding the highways all at the same time. I would like, do
Let's
a-
stop doing these fucking ramps too.
Yeah, the ramps are too high.
The ramps are too high.
It's crazy,
It's
bro.
so
Why did
fucking
they
high.
do this?
You get the roller coaster willies on the way up. You're
It's,
like,
so,
"Whoa."
it's the dumbest fucking infrastructure I've ever seen in my life.
It's so confusing.
Car crashes too.
yeah.
Why are there so many more car crashes here?
We were talking about the lads a little bit earlier.
Thank you. Thank you.
This guy says it like it is.
This guy's telling it like it is. The lads get behind. They get the fucking vans going.
Yeah. Then-
Yeah.
You guys secure the Austin borders
Against who?
against outside.
No more outsiders. We're the
more
last ones.
outsiders.
Yeah,
we're
true.
the
No more
last
Northeasters.
wave.
No more Californians.
Yeah, we're done with that. No more.
We've had enough.
Californians too.
Dude, don't get me started.
Is it true that you only did 3 years of a liberal arts college? Let's build a dog website.
Yeah.
is
What if
true.
what if the liberal media gets a hold of the dog website? That's gonna be catastrophic for the campaign.
Well, the mayor's a lib. He's a fucking.
Are you gonna run as a Dem against Kirk?
No.
You can't say independent, dude.
I'm a
You got it.
libertarian, dude. I'm gonna be one
So
of
you're
those
gonna run as
guys.
a Republican.
I'm running as a third party. What was RFK's party? I'm
Independent.
running We the People Party.
Independent. Oh,
We the
yeah.
People.
We the people.
I'm running as We the People Party.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, because We the People need change.
That's what I'm
We
talking
the People
about.
need actual
I
action.
thought you said things were good.
Dude, it could be better.
So we need
Politician
change.
can change his mind.
He flip flopped. He flip flopped in 1 minute, dude. You're a flip flopper. You're gonna get fucked up in this
I'd be
debate.
such a good politician.
I think we could probably get the mayor to come on the cast.
Yeah, that'd be great.
We need the liberal Dem mayor to get in here, have a couple drinks with it. I bet that guy had a drinking problem. I didn't look it up, but he's got the face of a cool ass fucking dude.
Kirk Preston,
Kirk Watson.
Watson.
He'll come on. Those guys, yeah, they'll come on and fucking. I might bring my baby to see if he kisses them. You gonna kiss these guys or what? You want my fucking vote? Dude, did I tell you what I think the origin of my Hemi might be?
What?
I had a wicked fucking Hemi. And I really think I might, this one, because I remember like, I had a moment and I went, oh, like I really think the power of my orgasm created a Hemi. I swear to God. Bro, I for real think I think that happened. Because I busted and I backed up and went, goddamn.
Pause, dude. You fucking busted out your ass.
No, I busted obviously out of my fucking
Nutted
dick.
so hard your butt.
I blew my ass out by
blew your ass out.
the power of my orgasm. I swear to God. Because
It's like an airbag going on just as soon as you nutted.
Because I remember I busted and I went, God damn, dude. I backed up and went, oh, I thought I had an ass cramp. I went, what the fuck is that?
It's just your throbbing asshole.
It just, I popped it out, dude. The gopher popped up.
That could happen.
I went, ugh, and it went crazy. I gotta start releasing more, man. I was like,
How long was it in between releases?
dude, like a week and a half will go by.
Of no release.
No release. Because I'm off the porn. When you're off the porn, you're just kind of like, and then on one day you're just like producing a lot of saliva. You're like, what the fuck's going on with me? And you get super horny. And then I was like, ugh.
Your mouth gets wet?
I get like my heart races. If I'm on like a 7-day nofap, my heart beats way faster than usual. And I feel weird. I feel like I drank like a vodka Red Bull kind of. The forces in me are churning. And I just get kind of like, But yeah, I feel like I do salivate a little bit more. I feel like I look at a woman, I go, delicious. Yum.
Que delicioso.
Que rico.
Yes.
But
Dude,
yeah.
Kirk Watson's he's from fucking Oklahoma, dude. He's an Okie. You can crush him on that, dude. You say this is a Longhorn state, bro.
Ooh, yeah.
Hook him, dude. The bullfrogs, no, the horned.
Yeah, you can run a campaign and say, that's not
horned,
okay.
I think it's that. I could be wrong. The horned frogs, I think, is that. I might be wrong.
No, horned frog. I think you're
No,
right.
this is Texas A&M. You got to gig the frog, dude. You got to gut the horned frog.
Yeah, tell them that's not okay with me.
Yeah. Yeah. Why don't you head back to the fucking Dust Bowl, you sack of shit? This is a Longhorn state. I'm from Detroit.
Yeah, you should have you should have had a big guy squeeze his head and kill him to death, dude.
Kill him to death. You should have a guy squeeze it. You should become a cutthroat. You should become a dictator. That's as a mayor.
You should run a supreme master.
Supreme mayor.
Runners, yeah. Your title will be Supreme Dickhead. Biggest dickhead in the city.
You should run as a black Israelite.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of tight.
Ooh.
You should let them talk about like education and transportation and just be like, we are the true Jews, and just be like,
And say, I yield my
Okay.
time. Say, we are the true Jews. I yield my time. That's my opening remark.
you could get to one meeting. If you got to one meeting, you could say that if you wanted.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to.
Can
Go
I,
to a
like,
town hall.
Can I become mayor of Leander first and then work
What's
my
Leander?
way over? It's a town over.
Do you think they have a mayor?
I think every town has a mayor.
You could run Sunset Valley is in Austin, but it's its own distinctive board, and they have like their own local governance. You could go on down to Sunset Valley Way. It's not far.
Sunset Valley Way.
25 minutes from here.
You got to try to get into Georgetown, but you're going to have to go through fucking big Jim Schroeder. Josh Schroeder. Josh Schroeder's going to whoop your ass, dude.
It'd be nice to have a couple guys on the mayor of Austin, Jim Schroeder, and then just get them going back and forth, being like, well, you could probably run Austin, run in Georgetown, have the Austin guy be like, well, they're two different beasts. They'd start fighting. You can get them to fight instantly. Or maybe not. They might be severely diplomatic.
I'm going with Kirk Watson, bro.
Really?
I like this guy. I'm going to support him over Lemaire. I'm going to make Lemaire run and then support Kirk Watson. I'm going to sway the vote. I'm going to make sure you don't get one vote. You would have your campaign has to be at the Creek in the Cave, dude. That's
Yeah,
where
I
you give
know.
all your speeches anyway.
True.
It's a real grassroots movement. You're the king of the fuck. You know he's the king of the open mics at the Creek
I
in the
know.
Cave?
You're, dude, obviously.
You do. You get high on the people. You get high.
Yeah.
What games are you playing over
I
there?
get high with
Munchie or some
people.
shit?
Yeah, we're playing Munchkin.
Munchkin?
Munchkin.
What's
dude.
Munchkin?
Rules. It's just a card game. It's like Dungeons and Dragons, but with cards.
The other day he came home and he was in a very good mood.
Is he on Munchkin?
And I was like, he must have won fucking Dungeons and Dragons.
Did you really?
And I was like, what'd you do? Why are you so happy? He was like, nothing, just was playing Dungeons and Dragons. I was like, did you win? He was like, yes.
Huzzah.
How do you win?
Huzzah.
How do you win? What's the
Of
fatal
Munchkin,
move.
if you win at Munchkin, get the level. You got to be the first person to get the level 10. But to win Dungeons and Dragons, you just got to beat the boss of the campaign.
how's that work?
It's just like a story. Some guy makes a story, and then you make it through the story.
Doesn't somebody just make up the game while you're playing it?
Sometimes.
That sucks.
But you have your card. Is your cards you're dealt? Like, do you got to deal with the cards you own, or can you like get cards?
In Munchkin, it's just you got to deal with the cards you got, and then if you need help finding something, you'd have to make a deal with somebody. Yeah,
Fuck, that
you can get
sounds so
fucked over,
cool.
dude. It's
that
crazy.
does sound fun. If there's rules, I like
rules.
it. Dungeons and Dragons seems to me like the head dork just makes up a story. Right? And it's like, and now you guys are in the ice cave.
But then you're locked into the story.
Right?
You could use his own elements
Yeah,
against him.
a little bit. Yeah, but you can use the story against the dungeon master.
The fuck?
There's a squirrel. Sorry, I caught my eye. I thought it was a cat.
That's
So
how I saw the lizard, dude. That's how big the fucking lizard was. It was
What?
crawling across the top of that fence. I was like, I got to get out there and see
Yeah,
that
go
lizard.
check it out.
I yelled for Lemaire. I think he was shitting.
I was.
Lemaire was shitting. I went to his room. I was like, Lemaire, you're going to want to see this big ass lizard.
So Dungeons and Dragons, it's if I were a dungeon master, I would be like, okay, so the king in the realm of this, like, is there any guidelines? There has to be some kind of guideline.
No, not really. There's guidelines with fighting, and there's guidelines with like levels. And
Who
there's
are you
certain-
fighting?
Whoever the DM comes up with.
He just makes it up. He said there's a skeleton army.
Yeah. This time we had to beat up Fiona, Shrek's wife.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, this sounds like fucking bullshit.
It is, but it's the best.
I didn't know there was no rules.
There's no
So
rules.
does the guy tell the story like in the year 325, the
little-
dragon mother?
Yeah, a little
Who's
bit.
the best at it?
What, Dungeons and Dragons?
No, I mean being the main guy, the story guy.
Oh,
Are you good at it?
being the story. Well, I can lead, but like you got to let everyone play. You know,
No.
like if they're like we have to go to an adventure, and someone's like, hold on, I want to go check the upstairs. You can go check the upstairs.
What's the
And
upstairs though?
I don't know. It's up to the dungeon master.
Kirk's gonna wipe the floor with you. You're not gonna be able to
See me at
Dungeons and
D&D,
Dragons.
Kirk.
I still don't get how the game works. So if we're sitting here playing, I make up a story, but then we only have the cards, so we're limited in what the cards.
Oh, that's a different game. Munchkin. Yeah, you don't have cards in D&D.
Dungeons and Dragons. You only have cards.
No, Dungeons and Dragons is all.
It's
in
just
your mind.
medieval role play.
Yeah, somebody just makes up a story and you all have to play the game. It's
What?
Yeah, you roll the dice, use pieces. That's the perfect Dungeons and Dragons table.
I almost
Actually.
bought you one. I saw a
That's
cool one.
pretty
On,
nice.
I saw like a cool one on the internet.
Yeah,
I almost bought it for you.
dude. Dungeons and Dragons table would rule.
So it's just dice and nerds. That's all you need to play.
Yeah.
Dice, figurines. The guy we were playing with recently, he like 3D printed Shrek's house, so we can like go into Shrek's house. Actually,
What do you mean go into it?
like our figurines, we could go inside of the house.
You put your guys inside a plastic
yeah, we all
house.
had lighters this
The
time.
game strikes me as an elaborate child molestation trap.
No, it's just secret society
It's
stuff.
just secret. Never mind. Could be wrong.
Can't you play Warhammer like that? Isn't Warhammer a board game?
Yeah, but Warhammer is more straightforward because you got the pieces and you're shooting and
Look how
rolling
sick
against other
Warhammer
people.
is, dude. You get figurines on a
Yeah,
battlefield.
fucking nasty as hell.
I remember we were at a basketball tournament in the same hotel lobby, or in the hotel convention. They were doing a Warhammer thing.
How pissed were you weren't at the Warhammer convention?
Dude, look how cool the figurines are.
Yeah, that's kind of
Imagine being a young man seeing that, and instead you have to go watch fucking.
And there's an actual game with it.
yes.
I see. I need the rules and guidelines. I haven't just.
You need rules and guidelines. It would piss me off so fucking much if a dork was making up rules and I lost.
I call you frozen.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna use my fucking super hot metal to fucking break out of it. I'm not frozen anymore. I called it.
Yeah, so what would happen in that case?
If you get frozen,
Yeah.
well, if you're frozen and you're by yourself, if it's in combat, you would either take you'd have to roll a dice to unfreeze, or if you do have a thing where you can heat yourself up, like a move where you do there's a move called heat metal where you touch metal and you make it hot.
Who decided? I knew it. Yeah, I was right.
Yeah.
Wait, who decides if you have that power or not?
Would you
You
get
can
the-
just say I have that.
no, there's a spell book. You have to load up your spells before you play.
Oh.
Before you
All
go
right,
to the
now
dungeon.
now we're talking about rules, which
Yeah,
is what
yeah.
we were asking for.
That's kind of sick. So you have your own spells. Expelliarmus.
Yeah.
You say fireball, lightning bolt,
Yeah,
Lightning
so
bolt.
two good spells.
fireball, lightning bolt. These are all off the top
What
of the
about
head.
earthquake? What earthquake capabilities?
Earthquake is. I don't think they have an earthquake.
You can't
Summoning
tremor.
demons.
Tremor.
Tremor.
You can summon. You can summon like ice demons. Yeah, but that's like high level shit.
True. Yeah.
We're not ready for that.
Yeah.
Summoning ice demons.
I'm a druid. I
You're a druid.
control nature. Yeah,
You can control it. So you sound like wolves.
I can speak to wolves. I can talk to them. I can
What
talk
good
to
does
any
that do? You go, hey, what's up? They go, "Roar, I don't know.
animal. No, they got
I'm a fucking
information.
wolf, dude. I'm just out here.
They have information. They're intelligent creatures.
They're smart.
Yeah.
The wolves are smart and can talk in this
Yeah.
world.
When you speak with an animal, you could talk to the wolves. You could talk to the birds. You gotta play Baldur's Gate, dude.
What do you say to these birds?
Say, hey, did you guys see anything? And they'll be like, strange man went that way.
Who plays the bird? The guy?
The DM, yeah, the dungeon
Holy
master plays
fuck, dude. Holy fuck. You guys should be shot. You should be lined up at Michael's. This is crazy that you guys are doing this. You should be set on fire.
It's the best game.
Oh,
It's
fuck.
the best game.
You know what, though? I hear from everybody it is sick.
Yeah, man. It's probably fun
Everybody
as
that
fuck.
plays this loves it.
Sitting
Are you
down.
drinking a little brewskis while you're doing this?
Oh, yeah.
You get wrecked?
Yeah.
I'd fight, dude. I'd fight immediately. If I had a buzz and someone was like, well, you're frozen now.
Yeah.
I'll go, no, I'm not. I'm not.
You look at your spell book and you're like, oh, it was right here. Write it down real quick. Taking a bunch of mushrooms and consulting your spell book would be very fun, actually.
Yeah, that sounds fucking
Book of spells.
sick, dude. You would love that.
But what's to stop anyone from doing the Cannonball Beats Mall, where it's just kind of like everyone disintegrates? You can't do that, right?
Wait, what's that?
Like a world ender, just being like, I'm blasting everyone.
Well, there are world ender moves, but I think you have to be very high level. I've never been that high level before.
What do you mean? How do you get high level? Do you go into the game? Do you have like a belt? Are you like a blue belt?
Yeah.
Do you go in with like, I'm actually a level 46?
No, your character starts out at the same level as everybody in your campaign, and then as you guys go along, you like get higher levels.
In real life when you're playing?
Yeah.
So what's your ranking? That's what I'm saying. How do you like police the ranking and keep people from like lying on them?
You give the DM the sheets.
You have
you got like,
you have like a
D&D
license?
paperwork?
You have a yeah. It's an app on my. It's D&D Beyond or yeah.
You have an app?
Yeah.
What rank are you?
I'm level 4. I'm just a level 4.
You're a
druid.
level 4 druid?
Yeah, just a level 4 druid. That's all.
How high can you go?
Kirk's level fucking 28.
So
Probably
that
like
makes
20.
more sense. Okay. Well, I'm glad I never understood what that was.
So you tell me Baldur's Gate rules?
Yeah, it's fun.
You want to get in on it with me?
Yeah, I'll play one with you, dude.
Do you have any shows tonight?
No, but I do have to go to a dinner.
I would like to cancel my show and play Baldur's Gate with you.
Is that a computer game?
Level 20.
I have it on there's you can get it on the Xbox.
Yeah.
Really?
Ooh, could do a fatal 4-way.
You
Isn't
can
that 4
do a
guys?
4-way. You can do a 4. We all would have to make characters.
That'd
on
be
the
very,
screen.
very fun to make characters together.
Yeah.
That would be a blast, actually.
I call mine's black.
I'm going light skin.
I'm
You
a
going
dragon.
light skin? You going fucking
going
light skin,
team light
motherfucker?
skin.
Taking everybody's bitch. I'm sick of seeing how hot Kelly Oubre is.
Yeah.
Tired of his fucking
Who?
hot ass. This player for the Sixers, dude.
I haven't seen him.
Every
Hot as
time they
hell.
show the roster before the game, it's like, get this guy off my fucking screen, dude.
Yeah, dude.
He's
You gotta
gay
watch
for
him.
making me fucking feel away.
You got to watch him, bro.
He's got beautiful eyes.
Will Smith got cucked by a light skin way back when.
We all will eventually.
True. That was in his book. He talked about getting cucked by a light skinned man who worked in retail.
This
Pissed him
fucking
the
hot
hell.
ass, dude. Wait till you see his
Yeah.
beautiful eyes.
That is a.
Yo, chill.
Yo, the
Chill,
smolder's
dude.
crazy, dude. Knock it off.
Chill with the eyes and the pearl necklace. You fucking.
Whoa.
Why
He
the
might
fuck's
be-
he wearing a pearl necklace?
He's
in
probably
this?
trying to stop crime. He's probably deep undercover.
He could be.
He's probably deep on the
We
case.
could use Kelly Oubre. He's worn a pearl necklace in multiple.
You know pearls are like super expensive too, by the way? I had no idea.
And he paints his nails, dude. I knew I liked this guy. I knew I wasn't gay for thinking he was hot.
Yeah, he's a girl.
He's a beautiful woman.
He's a
He's
beautiful-
painted ass nails, pearl necklace.
You know who
Beautiful
can't
eyes.
get with the
I
painted
knew I
nails? You
wasn't
know who
gay.
can't get with the painted nails? Who was the bro? Who was the guy we had? Fuck, I'm a dumbass. I'm blanking on his name.
I'm sorry, we're getting sleepy.
I'm very sleepy. It was the bro, the white bull, the receiver. Yeah,
Oh, Cole Beasley,
the
yeah.
white bull.
He is the white bull.
He's been battling people on Twitter about painting their nails and stuff. He's not having any of the funny business.
He's not wrong.
He
Caleb
is right.
Williams paints his nails, and it bothers everybody.
Who does?
Caleb Williams, he's the quarterback now with the.
What's that about? Is that
Chicago
like, is that like a
Bears.
flex now?
He used to have fucking. When he played Notre Dame, he had fuck ND on his fingers.
That was an excuse to paint the nails.
Pissed me off because then he beat the fuck out of Notre Dame. But the next year we got him. We said, "Where's your fucking nails now,
Yeah, where's your
motherfucker?
fucking nail painting?
Bitch."
What a bitch ass motherfucker.
But he could be really good. So that's exciting. I hope the Chicago Bears are good. That'd be fun.
They stunk for
They've
forever.
stunk forever.
Yeah, I've been getting the report on them for a long time from
Yeah.
Brittany. They're pretty bad.
Oh yeah.
I gave it to Sean
Chi-Town.
Burrs. I wasn't even trying to be a dick. I was like, doesn't your guy? I was talking about sports or something. And I was like, doesn't your guys? Doesn't the Bears? They suck, right? And they were like, fuck you.
Yeah, it's
People
a
are
touchy
laughing.
subject.
It is. They're very, very bad.
Yeah.
The
They suck forever.
motherfucking Bulls. The Bulls aren't good either, are they?
The Bulls every once in a while have a decent year. Yeah.
I think they've stunk for a long. They might have the. Is Jordan Curse a thing? Because have they been good since then? Yo, dude,
I
what's
knew
going
it.
on?
I never looked into this. I knew Kelly Oubre was up to no good.
he
He also keeps getting hit by cars.
What?
He's been in 2 accidents. He got hit by a car at the beginning of the year, and then he just got in a car accident like
What
2
the
weeks
hell?
ago. He's up to something, dude. Painting his nails.
No, so you don't get into that many
He had
cars.
some good buckets though this last night, so keep it up, brother.
And he was hitting them with the fucking.
Yeah. He's a good guy.
That's awesome.
Tyrese Maxey rules. You
That's
should
cool.
be excited about that.
Who?
Tyrese Maxey, the guy who hit the 3.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Those dudes, remember we watched them warm up the one time?
They're
They
scary.
just drained 3. It's like
Yeah.
14 threes
They
in a
can't
row.
miss.
I would turn around and be like, did you guys fucking see that?
Yeah.
They just drained like 15 threes with headphones on. They're like, all right, I'm done. Yeah, it's amazing how good all those guys are.
Yeah.
Even I told you I was at the G Leagues, even in the G Leagues. Amazing basketball.
It'd be fun to see.
Dude, the G Leagues are sick. Because
Yeah.
some of the dudes aren't that great. And, I mean, they're awesome.
But they're
like
hustling.
D1. They're hustling hard. But then there's dudes you're watching just like float through the air and dunk. And you're like, oh, that guy's going to go to the NBA. That's fucking insane.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fun.
man. But yeah, you got to get on the Rubens. Lemaire, Sean, you guys got to read Rick Rubens' book. Shane, you got to read it.
I won't.
You have to read it, dude.
I can't.
It's more about the mindset than it is the finished product.
I don't like reading about
It's
mindsets.
so good.
I have the audiobook already.
It's fantastic. I listen to it while I do the dishes, and I'm like, "Fuck, dude, you're so right." I'm
There's-
deep in a creative hole right now, dude. I'm days away from completing just a 30-something page animation.
Hell yeah, man.
So close, dude.
That's awesome.
Every time I go, I'm like, I think I'm done. Something comes up, and I go, "Ooh, I got to change this." And
That's good though.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's all I do. It's all consuming. I'm almost there. Can't wait, dude.
It's gonna be sweet.
Yeah, I'm excited. It could stink and everyone could laugh in my face. I don't know, but it's like,
Hey, you're the man in the arena.
hey, one thing leads to another. That's the thing. I say, hey, catch me on the next one, man. I'm already
Yep.
doing something else, but
You were
I'm a-
1 for 1 on books.
true.
That's pretty fucking good.
People liked it. Yeah, people liked it.
Yeah.
Thank God. I mean, I apologize for the typos. I'll never go back and fix them, but I can fix them in Amazon.
Dude, who cares about typos?
That's what I'm saying, dude. I'm
You
like, bro,
get it.
keep it, man.
Yeah.
It's fresh. That's fresh off the press. But yeah, we'll see. It's getting there. I'm very, very, very excited. It's literally, I go to my little office. That's all I do. It's probably why I have these goddamn hemorrhoids. Other than that, and my fucking orgasm.
It's definitely
It's the
the
orgasm.
sitting in an
Bro,
office
I
chair.
blew it out. I remember I reeled back.
I'm sure when you nutted, you felt the throb. But that
it
thing
emerged. I nutted and it emerged like a demon. It was like,
that thing's been under the surface for a week and a half.
I think so.
You got to nut more, dude.
I am. I have been.
All right.
I've been reading erotica.
Stop. Don't read erotica.
I'm not
please.
watching porn.
That's worse.
No, it's not.
It's way sicker to read erotica.
No, it's not, dude. Dude, it's not at all.
Bro.
It's so much more wholesome. It's so much more.
It is perverse to fucking jack off to a book, dude. You can't. Please tell me you're not doing
And I
that.
skip large paragraphs.
Yeah,
Like,
you
yeah,
go straight to
boring.
the fucking
It's just like watching porn. I'll be like, okay, I
yeah.
can
Skip
skip
the
this part.
blowjob. Skip the blowjob. I'll watch
And
the
she's in
blowjob
his
for 1
hotel
second.
room. Perfect. yeah.
All right, she's really gagging on it. Skip. Skip.
Oh, that seems to be highly replayed. What was that? Okay, I'll get back to that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't believe that needs to be your first order of business.
Oh yeah.
Give us back the hub, dude. You've secured the male vote. That's half the population. Sports gambling, Pornhub, execute the homeless, capture the serial killer, get better roads.
Yeah.
Weed's legal now, thanks to Biden. I think Biden's reclassifying it as a
Is he really?
Schedule 3.
Shit.
He's hitting it with the motherfucking Schedule 3.
You ain't black unless you vote for Biden, dude.
If you don't vote for me, you ain't black.
I mean, if he legalizes it and frees up student debt, he might be the goat, dude.
He is. That's what he's doing.
Crazy.
He's trying his hardest.
He's securing the freeloader vote.
True.
Yeah,
The
he's
lazy
securing
guy
the
vote.
total freeloader vote. Classic Dem.
True. Yeah.
All right, we've got to
Nice
be done.
We did it. What you at?
But we're good.
Where we at?
48.
That's good.
We did it.
We did it.
True. We do have a case of PD right now. It's like ED for podcasting. We just go, I don't know.
Yeah, you go. I'm done. I've been talking about this mayor for 48 minutes.
I know.
That was my big bit. I said, Lemaire, what would you do? That was a good day though.
That was a good day of podcasting.
God bless.
Mr. Novak, how you doing, bro?
Man,
How you like the Mister? I've been trying to be way more respectful lately.
have you?
Mister, yeah.
The Mister would just fucking piss me off. Fuck you.
You don't like a Mister?
No.
I love Mister.
I just feel like it's like an authoritative figure.
Yeah, you don't like that.
I have
You don't
a
like
problem with like authority and conforming.
Where's the authority problem you think come from?
My fucking father.
Yeah, but I
he
was
was a
just
crazy drug addict, Hell's Angel guy.
But he
know?
was still authoritative? He was still like...
in his own demonic, fucked up way.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
like
yeah,
he
yeah.
was really disconnected from reality, and he lived in his own world, and his own world looked like he rode with the Hells Angels, and everything was transactional, a business, while under the influence of crack or fucking meth. And so like he was the guy that like he would come home at 2:33 in the morning, and when he was awake, the whole fucking house was awake, and everyone was gonna wake up to sit on the sofa to watch him and his biker buddies party.
What?
So authoritative in that approach.
I see what you're saying.
So-
Damn, I thought I had a problem with authority. I just have an Irish Catholic father who spanked my hiney. And I'm like,
yeah.
dude, I don't
Fuck,
want
that's
to hear
a wet
it.
dream for me, you cocksucker. Fuck off.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I have a fucking authority problem. Mine must be nothing. Because I think that is real. The link to authority problems is just your relationship with your dad.
And my mother's go-to my whole life as a child growing up, she's like, when I just couldn't figure out fuck about shit, she's like, we should put you in the Marines. Like, if you don't,
Yeah,
what
thanks.
do you think I want a fucking muscle-jacked fuck waking me up at 4 a.m. to 5,000 push-ups? You can fuck off.
Yeah, that would spaz you. I have one of my moms, someone like my mom knows, got dishonorably discharged. From what I heard of just waking up and being like, get the fuck away from me. And they're like, dude, you're out of here.
Dude, that's
bad.
that approach does not work with me.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
Well, because I already am wired with like, if it doesn't make sense to me, it's wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like right out of the gate, I have a lot of shit going against me. Because a lot of things don't make sense to me. So I walk around like wrong, could do better, should do better, blah.
Yeah.
So it's what I've learned in life for me is that it's all about approach, right?
Mm-hmm.
And today it's much easier for me coming from a position of simply understanding as opposed to being understood.
Yeah.
So like I just accept you for where you're at, the jarhead for where he or she's at, and just it's cool.
Yeah, that was something that blew my mind during COVID. And I've like mentioned this before, but I still can't get over it. Like I didn't realize how much I did this, but like, especially during so before COVID, I didn't know that I was really doing this, but I'd go through a supermarket and like every person I saw, it would just be this like weird invisible battle in my head where I'd be like, look at this fucking guy, fucking pussy jerk off.
For
Then I would
sure.
see a lady and like, fucking chick's not even hot. Is she looking at me? No, she's not, fucking bitch. And like, and you're doing this like crazy maniacal thing in your head. And then COVID, it came to a fever pitch because there was like the mask versus no mask. And then it was like,
Yeah.
it was just like, it just all came to a head where I was like, dude, why am I this stressed while taking a walk? And I started doing a thing where like, when I would be out at a grocery store, I would really focus on not having like a silent battle against people and instead just like wishing strangers well. And like you were saying, exuding that, whatever that
Totally.
energy is. Dude, I felt so much more comfortable in public after that.
Yeah.
Which was like, it was like a revelation for me.
I love being right-sized by humanity. It just happened to me recently. And I'm really good at like, again, I really have dove into this whole spiritual aspect of my reality and believing.
When you say right side, sorry, what do you mean?
Like, my ego will allow me to create these delusional narratives that aren't
Yeah.
even fucking real. And then when I'm proved wrong, when I really believe I'm right, I'm like, dude, I am a fucking asshole. And it just happened. You're a Philly guy, right?
Yeah,
You'll
yeah.
relate to this story. Had a crazy weekend. I was in New York, all kinds of stuff going on. I drive back and I have like these weekly dinners at this place in Fishtown Sunday nights. And Fishtown's kind of oversaturated with like a lot of hipsters.
Sure.
And in my mind, hipsters are just kind of tattooed, bearded, angry people for no fucking reason. It's not like they lack resources or
Sure.
whatever.
Yeah.
I create this narrative. So I had a long weekend and I'm trying to park under the L to go to this restaurant I go to, and there's this ice cream truck, and it's fucking just submerged with hipsters getting ice cream. And that's cool, right?
Yeah.
But as I'm doing this 3-point turn, someone I've actually like, oh, he's fucking pissed, dude. He's got a problem. So now I haven't even seen the
getting
person.
revved up.
I'm ready. And I'm like the most fucking passive aggressive, like I cringe at the thought of confrontation, but if you caught me on the right time, I'm like, it's fucking on.
Yeah, let's go.
So as I'm parking, I see him, and it's a hipster with tattoos and a beard who I already have created an issue with, but I don't even know this person.
Yeah.
And he locks eyes with me as I'm hoping he would so we can fucking get to it.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Oh shit, you're so-and-so." And I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Dude, I fucking love your work, man." And he had a camera in his hand, and he was taking portraits and
You
stills.
just
He's
socked
like,
him in the
he's like,
face.
"Can I get a photo of you?" Is what I do. And I'm like, "Dude, fuck yes and fuck me," right?
Yeah,
Because like
yeah,
I
yeah.
walk around just like at times,
Yeah.
and that's what I mean by really enjoying being right sized. Because
Yeah.
I have a job sometimes that consists of knowing everything, right? And that places me in a lot of positions that I don't really like to enjoy.
Yeah. When you say you have a job of no, what do you mean?
Because like, you know, for so long when I was caught up in addiction, right? When logical people who knew how to stay sober would suggest to me what I might want to do in order to save my life, I'd suggest why they should fuck off.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
I knew. I was too smart for my own goddamn good. Right. And then I got to this place where the pain became so unbearable. I was able to look back and recognize that like every common denominator in every one of my problems was me.
Yeah.
And maybe if I just get the fuck out of my way, I might stand a chance of living a better life. And what I do know is that I don't know. Because when I think that I know, there's no open mind. I am not teachable, and I'm definitely not willing to try anything that I don't agree with.
Yeah, yeah.
Which just sets me up for a fucking, you know, all these terrible experiences.
Yeah, take me back through that. So what was like, how did you, like, what's your story? Like, how did you get in that? Obviously, you're saying like, you know, family or, you know, home life, not great. And then like eventually to like, you know, gaining a ton of notoriety. Like, what was that like for you going from like the beginning to like the thick of all that stuff?
Well, it's a very interesting narrative and storyline, I believe. Because I come from Baltimore and you're obviously from Pennsylvania, so there's a lot of similarities at this table. But coming from that home life of a pretty chaotic household and a father who was pretty out of his fucking mind, I believe I was genetically predisposed to addiction or alcoholism. And that paired with the atmosphere I was brought up in, it just made sense.
Yeah.
But throughout that journey, I was blessed with a skateboard, and I fell in love with skateboarding and another guy from Baltimore named Bucky Lasik.
Yeah.
Who
I played him on Tony Hawk for sure.
He's
I
my
know you're talking
fucking,
about.
he's the man. He's the
Really?
legend. And he was from Baltimore, and he kind of recognized the talents I possessed. So he took me under his wing and got me sponsored by PAL. And that's where the skateboarding world took off. But then we would go to Cheapskates in Pennsylvania, the skate park.
Was it Boards and Blades or what?
Boards and Blades was later
After?
on.
Okay,
and
right,
that
right.
was right off Route 1 right there.
I was a young boy at Boards and Blades, and you would
Totally.
see like Bam
Yeah,
and
we
Squad
would
would
come
come
skate
through, and I'd
there.
be like, oh,
we filmed like some of
fuck.
the CKY shit there.
Yeah.
Like the stunts and stuff.
Yeah.
Naked Dave doing an ollie over the pyramid, and then Bam, I think kicking him or punching him or something like that.
Yeah, that was always legendary. You guys would come. We were like 12. We'd be like, oh, dude, fuck.
Yeah.
Like trying to do one heel flip, like this fucking rules, dude. I'm gonna get sponsored.
It's it. Pro board coming.
Oh, it was,
As soon as I get this heel flip,
Yeah, they're coming. Spitfire's coming for me, dude. Once I get that.
need a manager at this point. Too overwhelming. But nonetheless, so I meet Bam, and then we at that skate park called Cheapskates, which was clearly before your time. If
Yeah, yeah.
Boards and Blades was when you started.
Yeah.
And
Where was Cheapskates?
I don't know. It was in
Okay.
Pennsylvania, and we
Somewhere.
would drive up.
Right on.
And Bam would always be there, and he wasn't sponsored at that point. Bucky and I were, and we were instantaneously became thick as thieves. And we'd practice for this one contest every year, which was the NSAs. They'd have in Bricktown, New Jersey.
Okay.
And either he would win or I'd win. And one year I didn't show up, and he was there, and he went to Bucky, and he's like, "Yo, Bucky, where's Novak?" And Bucky's like, "I think he's on heroin." And Bam, at such a young age, was like, "Well, what's that?" Right? And not such a young age, like 12, 13. It was like 16, 17. But
That's pretty young
when
still.
you're consumed in like a nice, wholesome life that revolves around skateboarding and a good family, like you don't have conversations that consist of those words.
Yeah, sure.
So it was at that point that his career in skateboarding totally excelled and took off, and mine went to complete shit, and I chose to pursue a life of heroin and addiction. Fast forward some time later, I'm really sick one day. I can't come up with any money. But at this point, I wouldn't even acknowledge a skateboarder, right? It was like, it was the equivalent of like looking at the woman you like get away, the love of your life.
Yeah.
Who you're like, dude, if I just did a little like, so it hurt me like that.
Yeah.
So I'd avoid skateboarding like the plague. But one day I was really sick and I couldn't come up with money. So I decided to go to this skate shop in Fells Point called Select. And I asked, when I get there to try to get some money, like, we're not going to give you money, but Bam was here yesterday with the Toy Machine team. And he asked if we ever saw you. We said no. And he said, well, if you do, give him my number. So he leaves his number. And a couple days later, I call and it was the number to Fairman's skate shop in town.
Westchester.
Yeah. And I called Fairman's, right? Timing is everything in life. I call Fairman's. It's not even his skate. It's not his house. It's Fairman's. I'm a homeless heroin addict. I pump in some change into the fucking payphone, right? And this change is like my lifeline, right? So I got my finger on the thing. Like if it don't answer, I don't get beat for the money. So I'm like, but Dave answers. He's like, yo, he was just here. He's next door at Kuma, which is the sushi restaurant in town. He's like, hold on, I'll go get him. So he goes and gets him, comes back, and then that night I'm on a Greyhound bus from Baltimore to Westchester. And he's like, yo, come live with me. You know, you can at this point he had done the CKYs and then Viva La Bam had just started and he allowed me to be a guest on the show and started to get paid by Viacom and I could do all this shit. I just couldn't. I could have a credit card. I could live at his house rent free. I just wasn't allowed to do heroin.
Okay.
that was the stipulation.
No problem.
I was cool with like Coke and alcohol because that was like I wouldn't steal your shit when I wanted more Coke.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So that was kind of how I like. And then throughout that process, Bam would always be like, yo, your stories are like the fun. He always loved the positions I ended up in as a direct result of my heroin addiction. Like letting gay men shave my asshole for rent money and fucking, you know, letting men blow me for more dope and just getting stabbed in the head with an ink pen and fucking like all this nonsense. So he's like, yo, you can live at the house. And now I'm starting to get appearances in Jackass. He's bringing me along and he kind of calls me like his walking television. But he then one night we would go to Kildare's after a rap. We'd rap for the day. Cass and the crew would go there. And humongous table of like 40 or 50 in a bar. And, and he'd like, tell this story, tell that story. And you could literally hear a pin drop. And it was then that he's like, yo, you're going to write a book. Now, I had not graduated high school at this point. I had no GED. I had nothing. I had no part of ever wanting to write a book. He's like, you're going to write a book. He gives me a notebook and a pen. And he goes, you're to carry this around all the time. He's like, I don't give a fuck if I don't even see you writing in it. You have to have it in your hand. The first time I don't see it in your hand, you're going back to Baltimore.
Damn.
So like the scales of justice were very equal there, easy to weigh out. Homeless in Baltimore, letting men blow me for heroin, or carry this fucking notebook and pen around and write my story. And still be on a TV show, drive a car, credit card, paid by Viacom, blah, blah, blah.
And you were maintaining sobriety, like relative sobriety?
No,
not even close.
So he would like, I never was allowed to do what I really wanted to do, which was opiates, whether it was like Percocets or heroin. That was very frowned upon, and he made it very known to everyone in Westchester and the people we worked with to not give me any. So people listened, and but nonetheless. And the second book that I wrote, Streets of Baltimore, really dives into this, the psychology of an addict or an alcoholic, because I knew that I'm being presented this golden ticket, right? I can become this household name, making money. I can live in this fucking mansion, drive a car, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But I know that it's only a matter of time before the rug gets pulled out from under me. Like, because I can't stop getting high.
Yeah.
So he's cool with the Coke and the alcohol and they don't really understand addiction at that point.
Sure, yeah.
But like, inside of me, I can't wait to get back to Baltimore to fuck. So I'd tell him lies like I have to go back and get my favorite pair of jeans. And I'd fucking go back and end up there for 3 weeks.
Damn.
And just lost in Baltimore shooting dope.
Jeez.
And so he'd kick me out. I'd go to rehab and a lot of wash, rinse, repeats of that.
Sure, yeah.
Later on, he then comes with this new idea. I'm going to write this book. I have no desire to write a book, but I had read a book called A Million Little Pieces by James Frey. Brilliant book, and I love the outline of that. So I'm no fool by any means, and I went and I just copied his outline, and I wrote a fucking 12 chapters, pen to paper, right? No laptop, anything. And my co-author is a man named Joe Franz, who made all the CKY videos, filmed the Viva La Bams and Jackass, and he did not want that job, but Bam was like, dude, you're going to do this. Because no one wanted to work with me. I was like, I was not a good fucking employee. My behavior was rather erratic, to say the least. But he made him kind of do this. And then a year later, I'm like, yo, I think I've finished. And Bam started reading. He's like, dude, this is really something. So then he gives it to Joe. Joe turns 12 chapters into 23. And we get a literary agent off of Bam's manager, finds me a literary agent, shops it around, and it gets fucking picked up. And it does like really, really well.
What was it? This is your first book,
The
right?
first
This
book,
was
Dream Seller.
Dream Seller. That's a nice title, too.
Which was fucking, I mean, that's what I did for a living, right? Like I'd make people believe the unbelievable. I'd build your hopes up to like make you believe that like it was going to be different this time.
Yeah.
Just in hopes for you to believe in me enough for me to get some cash out of you.
Yeah.
To only apologize and just to wash, rinse, repeat.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what my life looked like for a long time. But that's how I ended up in all these places and doing all these things. That what I didn't know then that's really rad now is that's life. It's live forward and learn backwards.
Yeah.
And I didn't see that I was kind of being tasked with this fucked up position of addiction or alcoholism to then be later on blessed with recovery and use the very same platform that I gained notoriety from as being just this fuck up drug addict alcoholic to being this guy that's like, yo, if you want help, like I will help you. I have all these avenues to like get you out of where I once was.
Yeah, can you put that into words? I'm always kind of fascinated by that when it's like, because it is obvious to anyone who's out on drugs. We know someone who's on drugs. You're like, dude, if you just don't do drugs, you won't have as many problems. And they're like, I have to do them.
Sure.
And it's like, what is like the thought? Is it even a thought process, or is it just like a genuine, just like urge?
At that point in time for me, I got to a place in life where any person, place, or thing that stood between me and a bag of heroin must and will go. And it was never personal. It was just business, right? Because I'm a good guy with a great heart, and I was raised by a loving mother who taught me to show kindness and compassion to humanity. But don't catch me when I'm withdrawing. You know what I mean? So it's like, so what, I own treatment centers today. I own sober living houses. I'm totally immersed in that world. And the truth of the matter is, we are amazing people that have been diagnosed with a deadly disease that makes us make terrible decisions. That's the reality of it.
Yeah.
At least my story.
Yeah. So you're saying like, like the process of like having, I guess, that urge versus like, like you said, in some way you kind of know like, yeah, this isn't going to go well.
So I remember,
but you just have to, I have to do it.
Prime example, we were kind of getting into it a little bit before we got on. I had just done a year in George W. Hill Correctional Facility, right? They let me out New Year's Eve. I'm living in Westchester, and I have an amazing fiance at the time who's now my ex because they continue to get between me and drugs. So they have to fucking go.
Yeah.
And she's moved our home while I was incarcerated. She redecorated it, really tried to love my addiction out of me. And I wanted to be done with it. I really did. That night I was released, I called up one of my buddies who rode with the Pagans, who partied with us in Westchester. And he brought over some Percocet 30s and a couple Xanax. Now, I had been sober for a year up to this point.
Yeah.
And I'm on parole. Like, I know what the deal is if I fuck up. I find myself in Ryan's pub in Westchester because I live right down the street, and I told my chick, because she'd watch me like a canine. I'm like, I just have to go up here to say hi to whatever. And I go, and I'm in the pub, and I'm sitting on the toilet, and the toilet paper dispensary is to my right. And I crush up 2 Percocet 30s and a half of Xanax. And I have it in my billfold, and I'm about to put it in my nose and sniff it, and I'm literally crying. I uncontrollably crying. I can't stop crying because I know that as soon as I do this, I'm going to begin that behavioral pattern that takes me where I don't want to go and makes me do things I don't want to do, but I can't control myself.
Yeah.
There's
that's a good explanation
no
of it.
room for logic at that point.
Jesus, man.
And that's kind of what my day in, day out looked like for a long time.
Yeah, that's a good explanation of it. Because I know it's not like a thing with like words. It's just kind of like you also don't. And it's like it's pretty fucking rugged, man.
I remember that night. I'm in the bathroom. I'm doing this, and I could hear people out in Ryan. You know where Ryan's is, and they're having a good time. They're waiting for the ball to drop. They're laughing. They're fucking playing. They're cheersing, and I'm in the stall just crying uncontrollably with a fucking rolled up bill up my nose, getting ready to sniff everything I love away.
Oh.
And that's what addiction is
Yeah.
as a whole, but it didn't start that way, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. How did you end up starting to do heroin? Because that was like a big jump from like skating. And just
Yeah.
like, was it the pills first?
It was
or-
the fucking hallmark progression, you know,
Oh,
the
yeah, the perks
alcohol,
and
the
all that
weed,
shit.
stealing the
Yeah.
herb from the dad, and
Yeah.
then the blow because he sold a lot of blow. and
Yeah.
Things just progressively got worse, but mine was genetic. So, you know, I have a mother who was a nuclear physicist. I have a brother who is an attorney who works in the White House.
It's awesome.
I have a sister who works in the hospital my mother ran, but they are by a different father. I'm the only one by my father.
Got you.
He was an addict and his father was an addict.
Yeah.
You know, so I believe I was fucked from the gate.
Yeah, that
But
makes sense.
the thing now is that, like, it's like, you know, my poison has become my medicine, and like, it's turned out to be the biggest blessing that's ever happened in my life.
Yeah, that is the thing with. I feel like addiction. It is like it's almost like a weird spiritual practice if you think about it. You just kind of like, rather than like meditating, you're just getting so fucking high all the time. And your
Totally.
life just collapses, and then now you have to really kind of. It gives people, I think, a deeper appreciation for life
I
if they make it through it. That's my,
For sure.
my
And that's the
understanding.
thing, right? Because
Yeah.
here's the reality, and this is why people are so just like frustrated with battling the disease of addiction.
Mm-hmm.
Statistics state, theoretical evidence dictates that I or anyone else that is sober are to be high or dead, right? Like the data collected, the analytics
Mhm.
fucking from all over these studies that are given states that the majority of people die as opposed to find sobriety.
Yeah.
And I remember getting out of my last facility, and you know, Bam was always a constant theme throughout my life. And I stopped over and I saw him, and he's like, "What the fuck? What was different about number 13 treatment center? Why not 12 or 10 or 6 or 4 or 3?" He's like, "What did you have, like a meeting with God or something?" And I didn't say it to him because it's just too much for one to grasp. But in my mind, I'm like, yeah, I kind of did.
Really? So and that's what I've heard before. Wasn't that how what AA was founded on? The guy Bill
Bill and Bob,
went to like
yeah.
Carl Jung, and he was like, "Bro, either find God or you're toast."
Yeah.
In a way.
So you know, I'm not religious. I don't particularly care for organized religion.
Sure.
But I'm insanely spiritual, and it's like, where's my spirituality if I judge your spirituality?
Mhm.
So like acceptance is the answer to all in world.
For sure.
But I didn't understand that. See, the truth of the matter is, and this is a blanket statement that I'll make for anyone that's in addiction or in recovery, is that we didn't get here because we took the short bus to school. Quite the contrary. We end up here because we're too smart for our own fucking good. And then I land in a seat of a 12-step meeting or a treatment center that literally has the ability to save my life. And I fuck around and outthink myself right out of it.
Yeah.
Right? Because recovery is one of those weird things that works so well, people stop fucking doing it.
Yeah.
Think about it. It's such a mind fuck.
Yeah.
Right? So what I didn't know is that like the last thing I tried was the first thing that worked, right? Because I was just too smart for my own good, and I wasn't quite willing to buy into the process. It worked great for you guys, but I'm a bit different.
Yeah.
right?
That's everyone I've known. Everyone's like,
Totally.
I'm not one of those guys.
Yeah,
man.
yeah, for sure. And at the end, when I was optionless, literally, I was homeless, I was moneyless, I was friendless, I was carless, loveless. Just that was me. I had no other choice but to buy into the process. And I didn't even want to do it then. I begrudgingly did it, but like, fuck it. I have the time, and no one's expecting or requesting my fucking presence, so let's
Sure.
run it. And the craziest thing happened is it started to work. I experienced the 12 steps, and what happened throughout the 12 steps is I had a spiritual experience. And the definition of a spiritual experience is simply a psychic change, meaning that I, Brandon Novak, today no longer look at things the way I did then.
Do you
Right.
remember what kind of kicked that off exactly, or was it just kind of
Pain.
like, yeah.
Pain. I had to end up in a place where the pain was so fucking unbearable.
Yeah.
Right? Like to where my back was against the wall, and I had nothing else to do to get myself out of the position that I had created for myself.
How long did that take? How long did that take of like doing heroin?
Well, my overall resume with alcoholism and addiction was 22 years.
Okay. Wow.
So, but the last 10 were really bad.
Yeah. What did that look like in terms of like you're saying like the personal pain? Was it like obviously like there's probably physical discomfort and all that stuff, but like just like alienation from everyone you've ever known? Were you like kind of like kicking yourself over like how much better things could have went? Like what was like the real primer?
All of the above. But what I didn't know then that I know now is that each one of my attempts at trying to find recovery were not failures. despite me thinking they were, because like I would use in treatment, I'd get kicked out, I'd leave, I'd use the same day. And as any blessing happens to anyone, it happens unbeknownst to us, right? Like if I knew when and where a blessing was taking place and I was to report there to receive said blessing, I'd fuck that up, right? So like I had to be put in this place where these seeds were being planted unbeknownst to me. And then finally, on that day where the appropriate amount of pain was created, where it became so unbearable that I was finally willing to do what I had never been willing to do, which is become open-minded just long enough to pick that phone up, ask for help, and then the craziest thing ever, but fucking follow through with it. I started to see that like none of this was what I thought a failure. Like it all played its part when it was supposed to, so that finally when the opportunity met the appropriate time, an event was going to take place that was going to create this outcome unlike anything that I could wrap my feeble mind around. And I saw on my way into that last treatment center, like it's like the skies parted and I walked across the sea and everything they said made sense, and just like it hit me. And I knew that like, I get it. It makes sense now.
Yeah,
It, like,
okay.
it all makes sense. And
so you knew even just heading while on the way there, you're like just something flipped.
because they would be like, dude, I own facilities now, and my favorite thing is to run groups with my clients, and I can't get enough of that. And I'm like, who in here thinks that you're in here because of drugs and alcohol? And the majority of them raise their hands, and I'm like, you're all fucking wrong. That's not why we're here. The drug and the alcohol is not the problem. So right out of the gate, no wonder you keep repeating your behaviors, because you're fighting the wrong fucking opponent. You're in the wrong ring. You're going to lose every time.
Yeah.
Right? The problem is the thinking and the attitude and the behavior, right? So as long as I continue to repeat the behaviors, I'm going to repeat the outcomes where I end up in a place where the only answer is a shot of heroin or a glass of wine.
Yeah.
So once I realized the alcohol is the solution, not the problem, I've now identified, right, who my opponent is. It's my behaviors. So I had to change my behaviors to change the outcomes. I started to then gain a better understanding of the reality of my situation. And what I learned is the reason why I got beat so bad is because A, I always underestimated the opponent that I was up against because I was the great I am. And B, I never gave it the time, attention, or respect it deserved.
Yeah, and you're talking, when you say that, you mean like yourself basically, or like, because it sounds to me like it's like you were saying, like, yeah, fucking heroin, fucking keep making me fucking do it. When in reality, it is like it's yourself, and nobody, even without drugs, nobody wants to admit that like they're a complete problem.
Exactly, and again, this isn't just. Substitute the word drugs for whether your things porn, sex, food, shopping, gambling, fighting, fucking, whatever.
Yeah.
Right? These are the solutions to the problem. And you were talking about it during COVID, right? Prior to COVID, you'd walk around with all these narratives of these people. And then all of a sudden in COVID, and it made me think of it, we were kind of forced to be with ourselves, by ourselves, to look at ourselves, which is what we avoid by fucking fighting, betting, shopping. You know what I mean? And then I start to look at me, which is why I got high for so long, right? To escape the shitty reality I created for myself as a direct result of continuing to shoot dope. And then finally, when I got into a place where I could start looking at me, I realized that I'm the problem. Right?
Yeah.
There is no their part. And the longer I think that there is a their part as to why I'm this way, I'm just the victim. So now I'm going to drink because of my shitty life. And you would too if you had a life like mine. I'll justify why. Right? The brain is the fucking problem in every area of life.
Yeah, dude, it does. It can fuck you up, man. It can really fuck you up. You can do anything and just be like, get something in your head like, oh, I'm not good enough.
Totally. And then it just snowballs.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked up.
It's insane. But if you're aware of it, then it's worth its weight in gold.
Yeah, true.
And now, like, the longer I stay sober, the more work that I do, it's amazing. What I do know is that I don't fucking know. And I don't take credit for any of this.
Yeah, how long have you been sober for?
Coming up on 10 years.
Oh, nice. So it's been a while.
Yeah. And now all I do, I dumb my way into this shit.
Yeah.
And now I always say I came into like sobriety as a king. And I worked my way up the ladder to become a humble servant. And the more people I help, the more I give away, the better my life is, the more I gain in return, which makes no sense.
Yeah.
Right? Like in any business transaction, if I give you something I have, I'm to walk away with less. In this weird, magical, spiritual world of recovery, anything that I give you, I'm walking away with more.
Yeah, dude, that I remember that was like a weird shock for me when I went to school for social work for a while, a couple years ago. And I would get like inmates housing. That was like a thing I did for like one of the field placements. And then there was this one guy who was a fucking pain in my ass. He'd always like call me and just be like, "You're not doing shit." Blah, blah, blah.
Sure.
He was under the gun because they were going to take his kid, a bunch of shit if he didn't find appropriate housing. And I remember the day I found him a house, we're both in this place, and I called him up. And I was like, "Yo, dude, we got it." And we both were so happy. And I was like, that was such a funny, for something so dumb. I mean, it's a big deal. It's a house, but I remember like I won this like comedy contest, and I was like, this is it. And then I got the guy a house, and it was literally the same feeling.
Again,
it was the same exact feeling of like
timing and opportunity meeting to create a beautiful outcome.
But it is a weird thing. That was like a weird thing for me when I was like, oh, you can get just as happy for doing nice things for people as you can, like, achieving some sort of personal victory.
Any monetary fucking victory.
Exactly. And it's like, it is honestly, I would argue that like when you do something like awesome for a person, I think it feels better than if you just like kill it in some way with like a sales thing.
Straight
like,
up.
Yeah.
And and that's the thing. No matter how much, for me, what I did for the majority of my life is I just like rearranged the furniture on the Titanic, right? For years, and I swore that this way was going to be the proper placement to make sure my ship doesn't sink. And I would always do that. And then I learned that like it is what it is, right? Stop overcomplicating a simple process, and because the world kept right sizing me, and I just I took me out of the equation. I thought less and just did more. Because I surrounded myself with like people who genuinely were also really good people that were just trying to make humanity a little bit better today than it was yesterday.
Yeah, that is a nice thing. And it's one of those things too. It's one of those things I think people sneer at. They're like, making the world better. It's like,
sure.
What the fuck else are you going to do, dude?
Yeah,
like, just be a dickhead all the time. But it's like, I feel bad for, personally, it's like, so you have, people, they go through, drug addiction. There's like this whole thing. It's like, everyone, when, I would imagine you're a drug addict, there's like a part of it, like everyone knows I'm an addict. People are talking shit on me, everyone, blah, blah, blah. But then almost like you reach a point where you're like, I don't give a fuck. And that's like a very freeing experience eventually. Whereas there's people who don't ever, fall into a deep drug addiction, but they never get to really face their own like self-defeating mental patterns. And in a way, it's almost like the person, in my opinion, who goes through addiction and gets out of that ends up having, I think, a richer existence than if you never really have to face that or come like face to face with yourself and like really look at yourself. Because there's people who get 100%. Through life good on, on paper, but it's like, they're tortured.
Absolutely.
And it's like, I always thought it was like a shame.
I couldn't agree with that sentiment anymore. That's a spot on fucking example.
Because everyone I know who's in recovery is like, they're very open. There's like you can tell. It's like, okay, this person really has turned a corner, because it's like, something switches, and it's like nobody really knows exactly what that is, but it really is the most consistent factor is having some sort of spiritual experience or like like an awakening experience.
Studies show that people that do what the studies show that sober people that do what other sober people do in order to stay sober have better odds of staying sober. So like there's not a black and white one size fits all, and you can try another method or another avenue that could equate to the same result. But I got to a point where the stakes were way too high, and I was tired of rolling the dice, and I kind of wanted to start working smarter, not harder. So I just bought into what the group does in order to stay sober. But the funny thing was, and you said it, it's all a thinking problem, right? And I always have this alcoholic brain that lies to me, my own voice. And it always makes me believe the unbelievable. And it creates these delusional narratives. And I walked around for years thinking that no one in this world knew that I had a problem but me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like I thought that I was kind of keeping it contained. Just enough to continue to enable my behaviors, which is getting high and justifying the outcomes.
So that's crazy. You really didn't think people were like hip to you at all.
Not nearly as much. So I didn't, right? I thought that no one in the world knew that I had a problem but me. And then when I finally bought into the process, what I learned is that everyone in the world knew that I had a problem but me.
Yeah, that's
right. I was the last person. Why? Because I possessed that job that consists of knowing everything.
That's really funny.
And I'm like, fuck. Right. And
that's so funny.
And that's what I again, right? I was ignorant to the process and the reality of my alcoholism, because I lived off of justification and minimization. And deflection, right? If only she didn't come home from work early, she wouldn't have found my needles on the table.
Yeah.
If only the parole officer's fucking husband would have banged her out, she would have been mad and gave me a piss test that fucking got me dirty and sentenced me to 6 months.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
all this
It's
nonsense.
always other people's fault. Yeah.
So finally, the craziest thing happened. I started to take accountability for my actions and started pointing the finger inward and realizing that, whoa, like it's me and my behaviors. And I started changing my behaviors and I started changing the outcomes. And I started to like the results I got. So it snowball affected into this.
Yeah. It's just crossing that like threshold to even consider the possibility.
It was so simple, though. I missed it.
Yeah.
I overlooked it.
Yeah, dude, I think most people go their whole life without ever saying it. But
Dude, everyone says, what's the answer? What's the answer? What's the answer? If any of us had the answer, we would bottle that thing, we'd sell it, we'd be a billionaire a billion times over.
True.
I believe it's so simple as just helping one fucking person. Someone took the time to stop and help me. I, in turn, helped another. 2 turned into 4, 4 turned into 8, 8 turned into 16. Before you know it, you're changing the narrative, which is ultimately changing the outcome. It's so simple. Just slow down the process and help one person.
Pardon the interruption. This may or may not be Sean Gardini speaking, and this may or may not be Sean Gardini on camera. Who is speaking and who is on camera is not important. I've come to tell you that Sean Gardini is doing stand-up comedy shows. The upcoming shows are in Cleveland, Ohio, December 8th, Buffalo, New York, December 10th, and Baltimore, Maryland, December 11th. Please come to those shows if you can. The tickets are at SeanGardini.com. Thank you.
Hear me out here. I failed to promote my shows in the Irvine Improv, SoCal. I'm so fucking SoCal. I forgot to do the ads or make a flyer for the Irvine show. Oops, my bad. It's next weekend. Thanksgiving weekend, Friday, November 29th, Saturday, November 30th. 2 days, 4 shows. Come out to motherfucking Irvine Improv. And I'll be honest, I'm not just saying this because I'm doing a show. I love Irvine. Irvine was the first place I went to in California. And I was telling someone recently, I'm like, I fucking love Irvine. And they lived in LA. And like, are you kidding? Are you trying to be funny? I'm like, no, why? And apparently everyone from LA just snubs Irvine. Like, I would never. Fuck you guys, dude. Irvine rules. LA's fucking bullshit. Irvine, we're talking Laguna Beach. We're talking motherfucking Newport Beach, conservative ass stronghold down there in SoCal, dude. Shit. Come out. I love Irvine. It's literally the first place I went to in California. I'm very excited to go there. I'm going to bring my whole motherfucking family. We're all going to do Thanksgiving out there. It's going to be sick. So Irvine Improv, Friday, November 29th, Saturday, November 30th. Let's go. Let's show these LA fucking pussies, dude, who's really fucking SoCal. They're not fucking SoCal. They're north of Irvine, bro. Yeah, so how did you get into the recovery homes? When did you start that? And like, what was that like?
I had my get well job was washing dishes for $6 an hour in Levittown, Pennsylvania.
Oh, nice.
At a diner called Mary Ann's. At 38 years old, I'm busting suds in the back with a coworker who's fucking 14. Damn. My brain told me that, and this is after skating, jackass, fucking author.
Yeah.
My brain told me I should have at the very least been the president of the United States. And I'm fucking busting suds with Brian here for $6 an hour.
Yeah, what was that like?
Struggling. I had heard the word humility, and it sounded fucking cool, and it rolled off the tongue right, but try swallowing that fucking thing.
I'm 38 right now, dude. If I had to bust a
Imagine
suds.
fucking you leaving here and going back to Levittown, Pennsylvania, to Mary Ann's Diner. Shout out to Rich, and they were great guys, and the owners, and busting suds for $6 an hour. Next to a 14-year-old
How long did you do
cohort.
that for?
1 year.
That's long. That's
And
a decent time.
I had no idea what my next move was going to be. Right?
Yeah.
Because my qualifications didn't state that I had any, like, special qualities.
I know what you mean. You can't be like, yo, let me hop on a TV show real quick.
Yeah,
Get
or
the
like,
fuck
let me
out.
fucking, I don't own a computer. I skipped that whole, I went from skating to heroin. I wrote my book pen and paper. I can pawn laptops great. I don't use them. Even to this day, I don't email. I got my first ever computer during COVID. I used it 7 times and gave it the fuck away.
Really?
Yeah.
So are you all like, do you fuck with like the Instagram and all that
Yeah,
stuff? Okay,
I
so you
like
do
that. But
Gotcha.
like the thought of an app gives me anxiety.
I got what you're saying. Yeah.
Right? And I'm just like stubborn by nature. So
So you're busting the suds for a while. Then
Yeah.
How did you get into the? Recovery
but I
space.
started like that job that I thought was so fucking beneath me turned out to be the foundation of who I am today. And I think by social standards and regards, I could be considered a pretty successful guy. I have all these different businesses and properties and blah, blah, blah. But it all came from washing dishes. I started to like show up early. I'd stay late. I took pride in washing these dishes. I called out one day in a whole year because of a snowstorm. Like those behaviors started to change. And my outcome started to change. I started to become self-sufficient. For the first time in my life, I was paying my own recovery house bill, $165 a week. I was buying my own groceries, my own cigarettes, not relying or depending on anyone.
Yeah.
I stopped like, and then what happened was, someone asked me to speak at a candlelight vigil for someone who had passed away. And because, you know, the 12-step program, AA, you know, it's anonymous. So you don't know really what's going on there. But when I spoke at that candlelit vigil for people who had lost their lives, someone like had filmed it and it started making its rounds on social media. And then an organization reached out to me and they're like, would you like to come speak at our facility in Florida? And I'm like, sure. And they put me up at the W in Fort Lauderdale in the penthouse. And I'm like, what the fuck? Are they going to like ask me for a donation? I wash dishes.
Yeah, dude.
And they had come up with this whole design, right? Again, the blessings taking place unbeknownst to me. If I knew any of this was going to happen, I'd fuck it up royally.
Sure, yeah.
And they had put together this whole plan and presented it to me. And I'm like, dude, I didn't even know this world existed that I live in today.
Mm-hmm.
And it just kind of gave way. And I bought into what they would say. And in those meetings, they'd say, like, in order to keep what you have to give it away. And
Sure, yeah.
this is cliche as shit. And I vowed to myself that when I was in a position financially, I was going to recreate that sober living house I lived in.
That's cool.
And do for others what it had done for me. So literally on my 5th year anniversary, I opened up in Wilmington, Delaware, my very first men's sober living house called Novak's House with 10 beds. And that has since turned into 7 houses for men and women in Wilmington, Delaware with 75 beds. And I fucking travel the world and I have generous friends or just strangers that want to give back and they occasionally stroke a check and they provide money that I have in the scholarship fund. And my mission is to provide a bed for anyone in need of sober living after completing a treatment center. I refuse to let price be a deterrent as to why someone can't get help. And then, unfortunately, the demand was met. I kept fucking expanding, and I really wished that wasn't the case and these didn't even exist.
Sure.
And I'm like, dude, I can help more and I can be better. So then I created Redemption Addiction Treatment Center in Wilmington, Delaware. Well, in Newport.
Okay, yeah, that's
right next to
right
it.
down there, yeah.
And it's an outpatient facility where people come during the day, 5 days a week, or nighttime groups.
Mm-hmm.
And I always tell people I'm on par to create like a David Koresh Waco, Texas compound vibe,
nice.
minus the gun and the fucking religion.
Yeah.
But I want to create this place where people feel like they want to be a part. Right? It's
Yeah.
all deliverance. Like I started this podcast. It's all with how you present something to me. Right. So what I try to do is to create this whole fucking environment that people want to be a part at, as opposed to feeling like they have to.
Yeah. What was your? Do you have any, like, when you went to any treatment centers? Did you have ones that you felt like? Because you hear some people like, that place is a fucking scam. They're just fucking taking my money. Like, did you have any places you thought were just like churning people in and out, or do you think that's just people's like perception of the place?
I think and it's just opinion based. I think it's people's perception.
Yeah.
The treatment center that I ultimately got sober in, people would be like, you'll never get sober there. It cost me $2 to get into. It was a Catholic Charities program in Baltimore. And if you looked out, you weren't allowed to look out the blinds, because if you looked out, they were literally serving dope and coke and crack on the corner.
Oh, Jesus.
It was like a bottom of the barrel kind of joint.
Yeah.
But I believe it takes what it takes until it takes. And who are you or I to say what it will be for it to take?
That makes sense.
It's between you and the maker of whatever you choose to fucking call it. Because it's not like once you get to this appropriate program, they give you this secret pill for the cool kids. It's fucking recycled rhetoric that you hear in all the facilities.
Yeah,
it's
that
like,
makes sense.
fuck.
Yeah, that does make sense.
I believe the perfect treatment center is whichever one you get sober in.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a say. Like, I didn't get to pick my sober date.
Yeah, true.
Again, that was a blessing.
Yeah, like they gave you the right massage.
Yeah,
and like the place was
finally
kinda chill.
they fucking gave me a happy ending with a massage, and they played my favorite song.
That might turn me around.
And I come God, and here we are. I'm the spiritual fucking guru. fuck your way into recovery. That's
You're right.
not the deal.
Yeah, true.
I wish.
There is a very unsexy element to it where you're saying, like, yeah, you can be in like a place that people think sucks really
Straight
badly.
up.
It really is a wholly internal process.
I'm a firm believer you can get sober in a fucking pub sitting on a bar stool with a bottle of Jack in front of you if you're ready.
Yeah,
Straight
yeah.
up.
What do you think about like the California sobriety people do, where it's like I'm California sober, I'll like drink and smoke weed and shit, and like,
Dude, I did this TMZ thing. They did a special recently of Matthew Perry.
oh yeah,
Yeah, I read his book. Brilliant book, by the way. Whole newfound respect for that man. Rest in peace to him. But they were doing this hour-long documentary, Harvey and them, and they reached out and they wanted me to weigh in on it. And they asked me the same question. And the truth of the matter is, I'd be really ignorant if I sat here and pretended to possess the answer of like how to live a perfect life with coming up on 10 years sober. That's like, my mother'd be like, fuck you, asshole. You should have did it your whole life, you idiot.
yeah.
So like, all I know is my narrative because it worked for me. I'm never going to tell anybody what you should or should not do. I believe with California Sober, with MAT, Suboxone, Subutex, Vivitrol, Methadone, if it provides you a life that you believe is worth waking up and getting out of bed for every morning without the thought of wanting to kill yourself, I'll fucking drive you to the dispensary. Who, you know what I mean? Like,
Sure,
fuck
yeah.
me for thinking that I have the answer.
Yeah,
I just have my narrative. So what I always say is that when I'm kind of giving a talk or working with clients, if you can find more similarities than differences, it might make sense to pay attention.
yeah,
But if not, that's cool too,
yeah,
right? Because everyone at the end of the day, you're entitled to your own process. You were entitled to have that realization during COVID of like being a fucking asshole to strangers that did nothing to you.
Sure.
And if I would have robbed you of that process, you might not have come to the conclusion that you have today where just being kind is the right way.
yeah,
So looking back, if anyone would have robbed me of one less fucking sleepless night I caused my mother or pain that I made everyone endure, like I might not be here today.
yeah. That makes sense.
So
Yeah,
it's-
kind of a personal
Yeah.
timeline for everybody.
For sure. And it's like, and I'm not saying that my way is the right way. It's just my fucking way.
yeah.
You know?
Because I know that's a big battle. When I was in social work school, there's like people who are like, it's called like harm reduction
Sure.
versus people who are like, nothing, you better knock all that
I'm
shit
a big
the fuck
harm
off.
reduction guy.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and at the end of the day, it's like, who the fuck, like, that's between them and their higher power.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, all of a sudden, I believe I'm God and I can predict what your fucking best outcome will be for your life and your situation. Fuck.
Yeah, true. You
It's,
don't know.
and I'm a spiritual guy. And if I'm a spiritual guy, like I say I am, where's my spirituality if I judge your spirituality?
Yeah,
Right? So, like, I believe my higher power is everything. I think it's crack. I think it's heroin. I think it's life, death. It's like, what's love without sadness? What's joy without sorrow? Right? You have to have all these, without those fucking overdoses, without life support, without fucking ruining my life, I would not be the child of, I hate to say God because people are like, oh, this religious fuck, but a child of God today who I really like do my best to help humanity. I wouldn't be here. I'd still be in that position of like, what the fuck's wrong with you? You think you haven't figured out, you fucking idiot? You deserve what you get.
yeah, yeah.
And that's where I'd probably be.
Yeah, well, it is funny. People, I've talked about this before, but it is funny how that is like the God talk's taboo now. Before
Totally.
it was like you couldn't talk about sex. Now you can be like, I'm fucking jizzing, and everyone's like, ah. But if you're like,
Yeah, they had the whole Me Too movement at that point.
true,
Yeah.
that. But if you mention God, people are like, what the fuck? is that?"
Totally.
And it's like a pretty wholesome, I think it's a very wholesome concept. But it got tainted by I think people just being like the religion aspect of being like, you're going to hell because you fucking came.
For
And
sure.
it's like that.
And that's a shame. But
sucks.
but you need those people, right? Those people are just as important as the other ones that aren't those people to make me realize how much I don't want to be like that. Because
Yeah.
without those people, I'll turn into that person.
Yeah.
Because I don't have like a warning sign or like
Yeah.
like who I don't. I need the bad to remind me what I don't want to become, so I practice good.
Yeah, and I wonder if it's gonna like, because every even like religions, like concepts of God, like go through waves where it's like we used to think it was like fucking fire, and now we are like there was like the mythological hero of like there's these entities in the sky that we can like be like, hey, please help us. That'll like change everything, and then like that like around like an organized like testament of like this is the guy who came down from heaven and then So now I wonder if it is going to regroup in like some different conception that people will universally buy into, or if it'll just be like a fractured thing forever.
The older I get at 45, I see that things just evolve, but then just come back around.
Yeah,
Like, I was looking on the plane the other day, and there's this chick who has, as you see, these new things are like the big headphones.
Apple Pros.
Where like your mom used to have it back in the 80s.
Yeah.
And no one's doing the AirPods
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just like Miami Vice, like fucking color schemes and chicks wearing baggy ass jeans have now come back.
I know,
So
yeah,
it's
it's
like,
kinda weird.
just live long enough and you'll realize that like shit's not that heavy.
Yeah.
And it's going to be okay. And the fact of the matter is you don't really have much say so in any of it anyways.
Yeah, yeah.
For me, that's what I do. And I just kind of remain like, you know, I don't know what I remain. It just depends on when you ask me.
No, that's true. So, and then, you know, I'm curious too. So
Yeah.
you were doing the Viva La Bam stuff and all that stuff fell out. Like what happened with all of like all the people from Jackass? You guys all still talk, or like where did, like, was there like a big falling out, or like what happened?
Nah, I mean, everyone's good. I was just with Steve-O in LA a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, he's kind of doing his thing.
He's killing it. Pontius, I love him. I speak with him. And those two guys I probably speak to more regularly than the most. Bam is, you know, battling his own demons.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, because of that, we seem to be in two different places where there's just not a lot in common at the moment.
For sure,
So
yeah.
we don't really just pick up the phone and chat. I think if I had to make a prediction of what would kind of connect us again, it would probably be skateboarding.
That's
You
cool.
know, that's always been the common bond and theme throughout our relationship.
Do you still skateboard?
Yeah, but
Nice.
for my mental health now, obviously
Really?
not like is like
Yeah, you just do it for fun.
yeah. I try
That's
to
cool.
carve out time to like just get in a van and go with the homies and film and just like shut everything off.
That's kind of tight.
And other, like, you know, Brandon Turner, shout out to Brandon Turner. He's on the West Coast, fucking killing it. He's a sober guy. A lot of skaters have become sober and they're kind of doing their own thing with recovery. And I was talking to him yesterday and we're going to fly out. I'm going to fly out there. Kind of, we're working on a project together possibly. And, you know, so oddly enough, the ones that we used to party and run with and fucking go crazy with have now found like this new way of life. It's really attractive. And we join forces to just kind of hopefully promote a healthy way of living.
Yeah, it is funny, especially if you think about the origins of like Jackass was like the possibly unhealthiest, most insane way of living
Yeah.
possible. And it was so fucking fun to watch. It was awesome. But it is funny to come full circle and be like, now we've all actually chilled out immensely. And
Dude, Steve-O is like so fucking sober. There was a point in time where I thought about asking him to be my sponsor. And I'm like, dude, I don't know if I want to get like that sober. Yeah, like he's like, shout out to him, but he's like someone that motivates me. But he's like, you know what I mean? He's authentically like what you see is what you get, and who he is who he is, and it does not waver no matter where or what he's doing. It's brilliant.
yeah, it's pretty cool, man. And it's also one of those things like, you know, sobriety, again, if you're just kind of kicking around, you're going out to get drinks every Sunday, you don't necessarily have, you know, like let's say like a problem quote.
Yeah.
It is one of those things that I think when you're, you know, drinking a lot or like partying, it's like, it's almost seems alien. But it like, if you really like strip it down from like, you know, take substances out of it, I always thought it's a really like it's cool for a person to be able to remain with their thoughts in their own state of consciousness rather than, you know, you constantly escape it. It's like, all right, I'm gonna get stoned, all right, I'm gonna get that. And you're constantly jumping out. But I think that is a serious like sign of mental strength to like, and people do like sober October, which that must be kind of funny when like the whole world's like, we're gonna be sober for 1 month. You're like, all right,
But I've seen me do that. So like, fuck yeah, I'm all about it.
True. But it's gotta be funny in like 10 years. Like, oh, I'm glad you're having fun.
For sure.
There is something I think that is like, especially the older you get, it's like, it does take mental strength to like sit with yourself, you know, not being able to kind of leave your consciousness like a little bit by, you know, doing like, oh, I want to get a little high, I want to do this, blah, blah, blah.
Totally.
And I think it's like, it's a genuine virtue that I think gets skipped over. People are kind of like, yeah, dude, fuck, I'm gonna have a couple beers, fuck that. Like people kind of dismiss it a lot, especially when you're drinking. But I always thought it was like it's hard to do. It's like, it's very hard to do. And it takes like, you know, when you can't kind of jump out of yourself for a little bit, it forces you to work through, you know, the kind of, you know, whatever, broken gears in your head.
I make a point to let people know that in my programs, right? Because the people that I'm working with, they're coming in, they have a week, they have 2 weeks, they have 4 days, they have 1 day, and they're sitting in there and they're feeling like they're not enough. They could be doing more. They should be further along. And I'm like, look, what you're doing, the majority of society is not. Who wants to strip away their escape routes to be forced to look at themselves right? With themselves, by themselves, without having any drink or drug to escape the terrible reality that you've created as a result of your addiction, and man up and fucking walk through it. I'm like, I will walk with you people. You people are the ones that I want on my team right now. Like at fucking over 10 years, and you are the people that I fuck with, right? Like, and there's a lot to be said with that, because I don't just give my time to anybody.
Sure, yeah.
So it's like I really make it a point, because I know in early sobriety, it's like a, you know, those week, 5 days, 30 days, 60 days. It's like of sobriety. It's like a bipolar roller coaster ride from hell.
Yeah, I can
right? You can be above heaven high. The wind can blow wrong. You're like below hell low, trying to figure what the fuck just happened. So it's important to give people the credit of, it takes a lot of work to end up in that position for fucking 2 days sober.
Yeah.
It's and I always say it takes so much longer to get 2 days sober than it will to get 2 years sober.
Yeah.
Because you're just sitting there looking at the clock and you're like,
yeah.
should I not? Can I not? Should I say fuck it and just do it? Should I not do it? You're still consumed with the actual drink or drug. You're just not partaking at that moment.
Yeah.
And to make it through that, to address all these ailments and start to look at you without an escape, that's fucking big boy shit.
Yeah, it sucks.
And
It's
most people
fucking-
don't do it.
Yeah, I know.
And that's okay. I need those people that don't do it to show me why I really need to keep doing it.
For sure, yeah.
Right? It's all perspective, because they told me at treatment, if I changed my perception, I could change my world.
Yeah.
And I bought into that shit. You know, and believe it or not, they were fucking right.
Yeah. No, it's pretty sick, man. I'm happy for you, man. That's awesome.
Yeah. You know, it's like, I'm stoked. I'm grateful. But who really is like my mother, my friends, my employees, the police, the probation, the parole officers, the judges. You know, life has become a better place to be in with my sobriety, not only for me, but for other people.
Yeah, and I always, like you were saying, the service thing's big, because especially when you're like, you know, if you're in even with, you know, with or without drugs, if you're just like living a negative existence, you're usually convinced, like, in order to conquer my own negative existence, I have to achieve at some level that just somehow like shuts all this down, and people will realize and they'll like me. Whereas like in recovery, it's like, or you can just like help people. Yeah. And it gets the same thing. Like if you're like lonely, it's like, well, rather than trying to be the man, just go volunteer.
Yeah.
And you'll get that, like, it's like a quick route into kind of like a nice social existence. And everyone just is like, no, I have to conquer the world.
Yeah. It's
like,
too
no,
easy. It's too simple.
Exactly. It's really fun. I always thought that was kind of funny.
It's like, it's a simple fucking approach for an overcomplicated thinker.
Yeah.
And that's why I say smart people generally have a hard time getting it.
Yeah.
You know, I had to dumb my way into this position. And that was through me being beaten into a state of reasonableness as a direct result of my behaviors. But it doesn't have to get that way, right? Like one of my business partners, I met him in treatment. It was his first attempt ever at getting sober. And he's remained sober.
Really? He was like, fucking up.
So it's like, and that's the frustrating thing. Most people are like, well, why can't my loved one get it at number 1? Why does he have to get to 13 like you? There's no black and white. It's such an individualized process. And if you look at the statistics, it's very sad, because it states that you're not going to win.
Yeah,
but I'm here to fucking say, like,
you
fuck that.
Yeah,
Like, not only am I going to win, I'm going to fucking kill it. I'm going to own it, and it's going to turn into be my biggest blessing.
Yeah.
And if I can do it, so the fuck can you. There's nothing different between us except for what I was willing to do.
Yeah. I mean, and I'm sure that's got to be like, it's really rewarding too. Like you were saying, having the groups and like seeing like even a couple people kind of take off. Because I guess if you really look at the recovery homes, is like, if this doesn't work for me, this whole place is bullshit. Or being like, dude,
for sure,
someone's got to do something. What is it? Is like the opiate with overdoses going down? Are they still going up? Or like,
I'm not a big stats guy. I don't look at numbers. I just kind of fucking remain ignorant to it and live in my own world.
Yeah. Well, you don't hear about it as much anymore. It like dominated everything for a while.
After COVID, alcohol became a big thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I have a lot of alcoholics in my facility now.
Gotcha.
And then meth's making a pretty big
meth made
big
a
push.
Wow, comeback.
A lot of people got off heroin or fentanyl with meth.
Yeah.
You know?
I've known people who have like off the heroin, meth comes into the picture, and they're like, "Damn, I'm actually super productive."
And then I work with the DEA. I'm like a keynote speaker for the DEA at these summits that they have all over the nation. And I was just doing an event with them in St. Louis, and they were like, "Yeah, cocaine's making a big comeback. We're fucking busting down big shipments of cocaine." So kind of like how I said Miami Vice was cool again.
all
Like
comes
crack
around.
could be cool again soon with like the
Very well.
80s. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's usually how the world works.
Do you think they should legalize drugs? Do you think that'd be easier to help people, or do you think it would make things worse?
I think so. You know, I don't know about legalizing it, but I do believe in like safe injection sites.
Mm-hmm.
And Philly was going to be the first place to do that.
Yeah.
And then they shut it down at the midnight hour. And their fear was that like it could trigger others in the community to want to get high. And maybe that's the case, but for me, I would never walk past a safe injection site and be like, I think I want to go in there and shoot up heroin.
Yeah, I don't think it would. I think they did this in London or Britain, whatever,
And
years ago. And
I
it
believe
worked.
it works in Sweden. I think maybe.
Yeah.
And what I think would be beautiful about it is you use it as a portal, right? It's a major harm reduction approach. They give you clean needles, clean water, clean cotton.
And they test, obviously, the drugs.
And then they test the drugs. And the majority of the people that are in there don't really want to be in there anymore.
That's kind of what
It's lost its allure.
Exactly. You're under you're in like a doctor's bench.
Yeah,
You're
you're being fucking monitored as you shoot up with some weird guy to make sure you don't die, to inject you with Narcan. So at the very least, when you do say you're ready, bam, we have avenues to get you.
Yeah.
But now check this out. Me being a major advocate for that, right? I own where I live in Old City, right, in Philly, and a really nice place. And someone said to me, they said, well, would you want it next to your house? And I'm like,
No.
yeah, because it fucked my property value up, right? And I'm just being transparent and
For
open.
sure,
and like,
for sure.
So there's two sides to every fucking coin.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, then again with that, you're gonna have people like pop a door handle
Yeah.
and all this shit. And it's like, yeah, because you're like
straight up.
not
So
here.
I really just try to remain like Switzerland in a lot of fucking plays.
That makes
just
sense, yeah.
neutral
Yeah.
and adapt accordingly.
At least you're honest, because I heard people be like, I wouldn't care, and it's like,
Yeah,
you sure?
yeah. And, that's just the truth of the matter. Now, not saying that like, if the opportunity presented itself and they were going to do it, I would still back it. But in my mind, I'm like, couldn't you just go a neighborhood over? You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't vote no on it. Let's put it that way. I would not vote no on it, but I would definitely vote for it to be in the next neighborhood over.
For sure. Yeah, that makes sense. Everybody would.
Yeah. So it's just, I don't know. It's such a individualized thing. I don't know what the approach is except for just taking the time to help one person.
Yeah.
That's it. One person.
True.
And that one person who helped me. Just think about all the heroin that I stopped injecting, all the people I stopped hurting, the one less needle that's being found on your kid's playground because I stopped shooting up.
Yeah, man.
Like, it goes that far.
It's crazy. And again, like you were saying, like people, you get kind of mired in the cliche of it, but it is pretty nuts to think about that. Like if that guy that day had been like, fuck him, I don't feel like doing
Straight
this.
up.
Like you were saying, your mom's upset, but you're burning bridges, you're ripping
Yeah.
shit off, you're going to jail, all the shit. And it's like, it's pretty crazy when you think about the ripple effect.
And I believe that that's the approach that will change the outcome. I mean, it's put it this way. So in Delaware, where all my sober living houses are, my treatment center as well, we really wanted the community to see, because in there they said, well, we don't really want them in our neighborhood, right? I get it. So one of the stipulations with Novak's house is when it snows, you have to go out and you shovel your neighbor's porch and their driveway, and like you be kind to humanity and society. And then that was working, and it snowball affected into the guys and women living in Novak's house. They started getting jobs within the community.
That's cool.
And then the people who owned the businesses that started hiring the Novak's house clients, they saw something different in them. Same thing that happened to me. I'd show up to work early. I'd stay late. I took pride in washing dishes. They're like, where are you? What's, because they aren't, it's just different. And they're like, where are you from? What's the backstory? Like, oh, we live in this place called Novak's House. It's a sober house. And what the business owners within the community did on their own, I wish I could take credit for this, is they created a private Facebook page called Novak's House Hires. And if any of these businesses need employees, they put a post up that goes to the Novak's House only. And then if any of the Novak's House people need a job, they put their resume or what their qualifications are.
Oh, that's cool.
Because like they're seeing the good that they're creating through the ethics and behaviors. And like it's taking on a whole life of its own, right? So like it snowball effects, then it opens the window for people wanting to hire people in recovery, where before it was taboo, it was shied away from. You don't do that, they'll rob you, they'll lie to you, they'll steal from you. I'm here to prove that that's not the fucking reality.
Nice,
of
man.
all of, but like
For sure, I know what you're saying. Yeah, it can be done.
But the old saying is if you haven't been ripped off in AA, you're not helping enough newcomers. So it's like,
No, that makes sense. But that's fucking awesome, man.
yeah. And again, I'm not creative enough or intelligent enough to create that. It's just me stepping out and letting the process play out.
Oh yeah. Well, dude, I think that's it, man. Thank you so much, bro. I really appreciate
I enjoyed
that.
this.
I'm pumped to hear about that, and I enjoyed it too, man. I'm really happy to hear. It's good to hear people taking their time to help the world. Like that's still a thing because I think a lot of people
For sure.
just get and it's not like a bad thing.
I would
Everyone
say
gets
I'm
caught
guilty
up.
of it too, getting consumed in the rat race.
I'm the worst. Yeah, I have to jump out of it every day. And be
Straight
like,
up.
What the fuck am I doing with myself?
Yeah, once you hit to that point where you hit the wall, right?
Yeah, daily. Yeah.
Same. I wake up every morning with a brain that wants to fucking kill me on a layaway plan,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Install a plan of just like one fucking defect at a time.
Yeah.
So anyone out there that might need help, you can reach me directly at 610-314-6747. Call me, and if you need help with getting treatment.
Nice. Well, thank you so much.
Love you, brother.
See you, bro.
Cheers.
Love you.